It's our song, Jay Mohr.
Eddie Trunk.
Stupid Eddie Trunk. Stupid. You weren't here that day.
I wasn't.
When we were going over his top 5 lists for his book, and he was trying to be the guy too cool for the room.
I was listening to that.
Was it top 12?
Like top 15.
Yeah, it was like top...
These are the essential Van Halen songs,
Right.
Anthony. You're going to want Jamie's Crying. You're going to want Why Can't This Be Love? You're going to want Ope and I are like...
Oh, you guys tore that apart. But I remember I was listening to that show.
I think it was Iron Maiden, and he didn't put Run to the Hills. I'm like, what are you doing?
Or Number of the Beast.
Or Number of the Beast. I'm like, come on.
Which are like the
You're trying way
staples,
too
right?
hard to be that guy.
Yeah.
Run to the Hills, I don't give a fuck, is an amazing song.
Still needs one verse, though. It's one verse short. It's a great song. It's one of the best rock songs ever. But metal songs, but it needs one more verse. Needs a third verse.
Think so?
Absolutely, definitely.
It's, what separates it from me from the other songs is the bridge is so progressive and like
It's phenomenal.
The only good engines is there.
I don't know the words, so I'll go along.
You think it should have wrote like one more, Jimmy?
One more verse because it starts off, Soldier Blue, and it should, and then there's one more because they just keep going, run to the hill. It's like the band is looking at him like one more, run for your. How many times are you gonna say it?
That is the coolest part.
We're learning that Jimmy doesn't like when you're repetitive today.
I don't.
Between Iron Maiden and Mike Francesa, he's having problems.
I love
today.
Run to the Hill.
Throwing water in the air. That was so funny.
Same thing he said. We got it.
he's so stupid.
Yeah, the Soldier Blues in the Barren Way. All right, Mike, we heard you.
And they don't have clean water.
Let me tell you something, Mike. It's not a bad idea. You have a reservoir filled with water for the people running the marathon. Mike and a mentor. We'll be back after
But
this.
it's not clean water.
It doesn't have to be clear, Mike. It doesn't have to be running the marathon.
Don't you understand? Governor Christie's saying they don't have water, and they're dumping it on their heads.
So who's Governor Christie? Who's he? Oh, you're telling me
He's
mile
the
19?
honcho dog.
All of a sudden you're going to have clean water? It's mile
But they
19.
don't have clean water.
It's the New York Marathon.
They were saying they're going to dump clean water on their head,
I
but
couldn't
the
agree with
people
you
in
more.
Staten Island don't have clean water.
Is it the Staten Island Marathon, Mike? Is it Staten Island Marathon? Because last time I checked, folks, it was the New York Marathon. Let's go back to the phones. We have Anthony and Bayside.
It's
Anthony,
one of the boroughs, and it's a war zone. They're devastated. You don't run a marathon, they don't have clean water.
Mike, what about the boys and girls? They got cheated out of a chance to watch a marathon on television. There's boys and girls. They sit with their folks and they watch a marathon. They were cheated out of that. Giants lost last night. Let's take your calls. We got Greg on line 5. Greg, how are you? Let me tell you something. The marathon is 24 miles. Not a borough. Not Staten Island. Run to the Hills needs an extra verse.
Did I mention they don't have any clean water?
Who cares? Bruce Dickinson, one of the greatest frontmen of all time, he doesn't write the songs, Mike. The bassist writes the songs for all men
I
and
like
songs.
the song because it's very pat. It's very nice. Not much to think about. One run to the hills. Run for your life.
But when I'm running for
They don't have clean water. They're running for their lives over there.
They need clean water. Boys and girls cheated. Let me tell you something, folks. You're not out of it until you run the entire... How long is a marathon, Mike? Was it 22 miles? 23?
23? I don't know.
22.4?
I was sleeping.
It's a long run. And when you're done, it doesn't have to be water, folks. You can drink a vitamin water. Pepsi Max. There's plenty of other... This is bordering on Keitel.
It really is, yeah.
Let me tell you. Who the fuck are you to cancel this marathon? They gotta run. You're gonna run.
I watched that recently, by the way.
If
Bad
you think
Lieutenant.
you're not gonna run,
Fucking
you got
great.
nothing coming, man.
It's so fucking...
They ought to throw everybody in a pool or something.
So, Jay Mohr is here. And,
Good one, Chip.
They canceled your gig, the Brigada. Mm-hmm. Fuck! They couldn't get Atlantic City back in shape, huh?
I think the Loge was still underwater over there.
Wow,
it was
really?
bad. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But
That's
casinos
Trying to remake it up this month.
The casinos never lost power, but the locals certainly did.
Yeah, the locals need to come in and...
There was a nice situation going on down there. My God.
They got it fucking wrapped up over there. They know.
They know where their priorities are.
Underground generators. All that shit.
Who
All that
knows they're
good
down on
shit.
the ground? Yeah.
Wow, that was Colin. That was Colin Keitel dog. Jesus, that's what
Wow,
happens.
that's a wreck.
I got the Terry Bradshaw clip.
Let's hear about this.
I heard this briefly. It was dumb. You heard it, right?
No, I did not.
Is there a context that it was taken and that
He was
that
just-
people made a mistake?
What was it, Reggie Bush?
Reggie Bush had run it
Yeah.
in, and you know, I kind of hate that. I like Bradshaw with that Fox. You know, just I hate the good time. They're always laughing. It's nothing but laughs. You know, hey, he's just going fast. Ugh. So he had something stupid.
All right.
Cut back inside. Look at this, Jimmy. Like he was chasing that bucket of chicken that the wind was blowing the other day. Oh, 18 touchdown. Miami 17-13 on top of the Colts.
Glad you said
I tickled myself.
I'm glad you
What are we
said
going to do with him?
Oops.
It was just laughter and merriment, and he said
Chasing
something.
that bucket of chicken.
We saw blowing down the street. I guess they had watched a video of a bucket of chicken, and that was dumb.
Oh, would they watch the video?
I'm guessing.
He said specifically Jimmy.
Yeah.
For Jimmy Johnson, I guess? Is he on Fox?
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson is. Yes.
Did they watch a video of some guy chasing a bucket of chicken down the street?
I don't know. I can only surmise because he said that video.
I would like to see the video. That sounds hilarious.
I bet you
Fucking bucket rolling down the street. Some guy. Whoa.
A very particular guy?
Yeah, well, could be.
I don't have a problem.
He
with this
said
one
that
at
bucket
all.
of chicken.
Yeah, they're just fucking doing highlights.
Let me. Can I hear it again?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Play your version. This is
Yeah.
a shitty version.
And
we'll
bucket
do
of
that.
chicken.
Yeah, Reggie Bush is making a fine run, and
It's not quite Jimmy
He's
the
running
Greek
like
level.
he's chasing a bucket of chicken. Hold on a second. Let's break this down on a cellular level. Terry Bradshaw just said he's running like he's running for a bucket of chicken.
Yeah.
Chasing it, yeah.
Or like how that other guy was chasing that bucket of chicken, like how that thing we watched.
Like
That's-
he's chasing the bucket of chicken, or like that guy was
you
chasing
got a
the
better
bucket.
version. Well, here's the highlight they were looking at. So let's break it down. Hit it. Sam.
Well, I don't think there's chicken on the field, though.
I would. Wouldn't that be great if there was? Like, hey.
Hand it to Reggie. Bounce outside. Oh, cut back inside. Look at this, Jimmy. Like he was chasing that bucket of chicken that the wind was blowing the other day.
Oh,
18
boy.
The wind was blowing the bucket of chicken. the other
Chasing
day.
that bucket of chicken like the wind was blowing the other day.
Yeah, so that's an inside thing.
So it's an
between
inside
them.
joke.
And I have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever.
I have no problem.
And that the PC police better stand down on this one.
Yeah.
Stand down.
So he was talking about something they had both known about or saw.
But it's one of those things where I don't think you should
Wait,
get
is there
any
a
trouble.
video of a guy chasing a bucket?
I
of
would
chicken?
love to know about. Is there a statement from Terry?
Maybe they were just watching it and they saw a guy in the street doing it.
Yeah.
This is SB Nation, this site here, Sam.
yeah.
This person, right? You can't have the words "chasing a bucket of chicken" play over any clip of any African American
Oh,
football player.
stop.
It's the most vile and prevalent stereotype around.
No.
Even if it sounds super funny.
No, he could say
not.
something like, and he's tripping over his own huge dick. You know, that would be more horrific and stereotypical.
Right, Jimmy?
Oh, right, Jimmy? Look at him, he's tripping over his own giant black man dick.
Hey! I remember Lynn Swan and John Stallworth used that in a contest. I think I just did Springsteen by accident. You know, when I was growing up, Lynn Swan and John Stallworth always had contests about their dicks.
That's
This is Badlands.
Bruce Springsteen, Harry Carey.
I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I was up late last night with DeRosa. We were up at the...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How do you go out with DeRosa if you don't drink, is all I want to know.
He didn't drink at all.
What?
Yeah, we had a show.
Then you weren't out with DeRosa.
Ah.
You went out with someone else.
I went out with a man that looked like the warden from Midnight Express.
Colin had the best line about him and Bobby when they were on stage. They were doing something for Cheat for their book, and Colin went on and said, they look like King Kong Bundy and Rachel Maddow.
Which one of them
Yeah,
could
exactly,
possibly look like
interchangeable.
Rachel Maddow?
DeRosa.
DeRosa with his dumb glasses.
See, I had him as King Kong.
Stupid glasses.
With the hairdo and the glasses.
It's the dumb glasses that he wears.
All right.
So what happens to Terry Bradshaw? Anything?
He has to apologize. He has to apologize to King Kong Bundy, you know?
Enough already. Enough of this shit.
This
I
was a
just
dumb
started.
one. I'm actually taking the other side on this one. I don't think you should
think
get
it was
in any
dumb?
trouble. Yeah.
Well, you know the culture, I guess. Of
course it was dumb.
You know people are going to fucking point that shit
Because
out
I hate political correctness, it doesn't mean that nobody can ever say anything dumb.
Right.
I
Like,
wish this would all just fucking stop with this fucking
Yeah,
nonsense.
I agree.
I wish black people would fucking calm down about any type of stereotype or racial fucking bullshit. I wish fucking we could go back to using the word retard for what we remember it as a child, which doesn't have anything to do with a mental handicap. It's your stupid fucking friend who was being a retard. That's it. I'm sick of this.
What about faggot, too?
Faggot, too, exactly. If your friend didn't want to go out with you and fucking ride bikes in the woods or something, he was being a faggot. Didn't mean he was sucking cock or any other homosexual thing.
That's
It
spoken
wasn't
like
about
a
it.
man
It's a fucking faggot.
That's spoken like a man who has a new contract.
We did sign recently, so fuck it all.
That's not spoken like a man waiting for one.
Exactly. Boy, Jay Mohr is very perceptive.
I do not have one.
Oh, shit.
That's why I sit this out. There's many things I'd like to say. I got little buzz notes.
I'll just go back to doing Colin, you know? What do you really need to know about King Kong Bundy except that Jim Norton is going to be at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo December 28th, you know? What better way to shake off those Christmas blues and the birth of Christ than to go see a scallop in sweatpants? What's that boner medication you take, you zilch? Silex or Celoc, what is it called? Guy sits on a train, takes pictures of his own junk like he's Alexander the Great. Philip II of Macedon in first class with an erection. All of a sudden he's Mountain Kennesaw Landis swinging a big bat, you know? Cialis, I couldn't get it out.
Right, Cialis.
Yeah, all right, I couldn't think of it. Relax, Anthony.
Sorry.
You know,
Jay Cullen.
Ann Coulter raised a good point about the fucking, because she refuses to apologize, which is why
we got
Good
that
for her.
We got that clip?
Oh, good for you.
She said something about how it's a technical term.
Yeah, Piers. Well, we have the clip. We should play it.
Okay.
Could someone get that clip? It's in E-Rock shit. E-Rock's not here today.
Technical term.
No,
It's a
but
technical term.
meaning.
Well, Piers Morgan challenged Ann Coulter on this,
Right.
and
Yes.
I was impressed. She didn't fucking back down.
Because
That's what she believed.
She was saying that these words all meant something like medical or technical, well, like stupid, or they were all certain, I believe, technical terms that kind of just became common usage.
Right.
It didn't break down like you were talking about a person with
Oh,
medical.
Exactly.
It's a little
I don't
long.
know.
You want at least
How long is it?
which one is the Piers Morgan one?
Anthony
Both of
longs for a simpler time.
Huh?
I long for a simpler time, Jay. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, well, because it's getting out of control.
Fucking
Enough
it's
of
out
this.
of control.
I have a special aunt, right? So we can't. You can't say the word around her because it is it. The radar goes. It's DEFCON 5 if she hears it.
Sure.
They know what that means. That cracks the code. That for that one moment they know they're being completely ridiculed and mocked. But however, having not said it for so long, when you do say it, it actually means the stunt of growth. You can go like, well, that's been retarded.
Retarded, right.
And it means that.
Retarding the spark on your fucking distributor.
All right. I thought once again Anthony was going to work in Tesla coils. That's Anthony's go-to. You know, when you're at home working with your hands on your Tesla coils, you know?
Why do your eyes change?
Because I'm a weird...
So fucked
It's
up.
great. He
The
turns
voice
into
is there. and then-
Independent. I'm going to go John Anderson this election, like 1980, all over again.
You want to
Look
hear?
down, dummy. The 28th of December, go see Jimmy in Buffalo.
Here's the Ann Coulter.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Good, it shouldn't.
I enjoy him very much, Jimmy.
The reason let me just preface it with, you're a very intelligent woman. You're very controversial. You're very intelligent. And you would have known absolutely the furore that would have come up. Here's the
You would have known absolutely the furore.
I would recommend the Prime Minister look across the dispatch box and dispel any controversy.
Well, you know, I would assume many people probably want to strike you with a nice firm piece of aluminium.
between one of the debates.
If it was in their schedule. Oh, no.
I bet you want to get a bunch of crumpets thrown at you or something.
Here's the tweet that you tweeted between one of the debates.
Here's the
At
tweet.
the end of the third debate.
Right. But when you read that back, you know what you did there. You know it was a deliberately incendiary thing to say.
Incendiary.
You knew that you were using a word that would be latched on by everyone who has a disability in America as their equivalent of the N-word to black people.
I think,
why did you do it?
I think you are doing what you were so testy with Sununu doing to Colin Powell. You were just interpreting and announcing to the world what my motives were. I was sending out a tweet.
I didn't announce anyone's motives.
Yes, you did. You did it because you knew it would be incendiary. No, I sent out a tweet that I thought was relevant at the moment, and it was because at the end of the third debate, all the chit-chat was, why was Romney so gentle? Why didn't he go after Obama on Benghazi? Why didn't he go after Obama on the Benghazi cover-up?
But why call the President of the United States a retard?
Because it's a synonym for loser, and we were spending 10 seconds on this, or it's going to be another 2 years before I come on. Because I am
you're threatening
angry at the word police. I need an Encyclopedia Britannica to see what words are appropriate and which ones aren't. Okay, explain to me why retard is inappropriate.
Because I heard you this morning say, look, what if I'd said imbecile, idiot, cretin, or moron?
That was 2 nights ago.
Right, whatever. Any of those 4 words, as you know, has not become, in the last decade or so, a word that is synonymously offensive to people with disability and is used.
But if you call them an imbecile, that's okay.
But that's what she was saying, that they're all...
Right.
Did
you say crescent?
Yeah, a girl cretin.
You're a cretin.
Cretin.
You're a plebeian.
Plebeian.
That's a dumb argument. You can call...
Imbecile.
I'm self-conscious because Opie says my eyes change.
There they go again. Yeah, that's a stupid argument.
Yeah.
It's a retarded argument.
If retard's not accepted in your world, then imbecile and the rest of them shouldn't be accepted in your world. Why is one okay and the others
They're all terms that were used for mentally handicapped people years ago.
But Piers basically saying if you said imbecile or something like that, that's okay.
But retard was the cream of the crop word that rose to the top.
Well, it's like,
I thought I was with her until she said, I won't come on here for another 2 years.
Oh.
Like, you have to say... I'm never coming on the show again. You can't go, you know what?
It'll be
a good 24 months before you see me again, fella.
They have an inside joke with that because, like...
That's what happened last time.
Yeah. Last time because of that.
It took about 2 years after the last time.
Yeah, it took a while, so it's kind of a jokey thing, but I agree with her.
To people with disability and is used in a offensive way about them by people. Is the difference.
Do you call people with mental disabilities retards? Because I don't, and I think that's a nasty thing to do.
A lot of people do to be offensive. Yes.
No, they don't.
They do, and you know that.
They absolutely do not, and you know they do not.
Of course
you know no one would call...
Can you go back, because I talked over that part?
That's a good fucking point, though. You don't call people with mental handicaps retard. You just don't do it. I don't use that word like that,
God,
but when one of my friends
people without disability,
right? When one of my friends are being an asshole, I'll say you're a fucking retard,
right?
But you don't say to it, "Hey, look at the retard."
Oh, that's
fucking crazy.
You'd be a savage.
But you would say the retarded person that went by.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would say retarded person.
For a handicapped person?
Yes, because that's honest. And it's not derogatory. Carlin had a bit about a simple, honest language.
But there's a difference there. Ann was saying you would never say it to his face.
Right. But I'm saying I would say the retarded person.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't think that's derogatory or mean. It's not. I'm not being vicious when I say, like, no, their son's retarded or their friend's retarded.
You would say to your friends you're being retarded, but you would never say that actually to the the person with a disability. There is a difference there.
I would what? You wouldn't go high retard.
No,
of course not.
You say it to Sam, and that's the borderline right there.
That is the borderline.
That's the Mendoza line.
He's a trainable.
Trainable. Yeah, let's dip back into history.
He's wearing trainables.
You ever see the
trainables?
You ever see the trainable videos?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, we've done hours
about retard.
Hours and hours trainables.
So she's asking Piers Morgan if he would ever call. I talked over the part that I
think I went back far enough.
Yeah, let's give it a list.
I apologize.
Do you call people with mental disabilities retards? Because I don't, and I think that's a nasty thing to do.
A lot of people do to be offensive, yes.
No, they don't.
They do, and you know that.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of people do it to be...
Opie, the entire world says...
Not to their face.
That's not what she's saying, I don't think.
Not that's just what she's saying. She's saying referring
No, a lot
to
of people say they do that to be offensive, but are they doing it to the actual person? I would say no fucking way.
And there's 3 levels here. There's calling your friend a retard. There's referring to a mentally handicapped person as a retard to someone else and say, oh, yeah, his family, he's got a retarded son or something like that. And then there's going, yeah, look at the fucking retard. That's the last one is really bad.
That's what she did to the president, the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not retarded.
If he was retarded, which is up for debate.
You're going to convince Anthony of that?
It's up for debate. No.
I think Ann makes a pretty good point. The third one is the one that doesn't happen often.
Right. That's the one that doesn't happen. And the second
I would
one
say
isn't
is
even
rare.
that incendiary.
Incendiary.
It's just, you're just referring to somebody with a mental handicap as being retarded, which is accurate.
But that's like saying nobody says faggot about gay people. They do.
Gays say it all the time. You
no,
faggot.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like they do say it.
They love that word.
They do.
They love it. That's their N word.
You ever see Q&A? You ever see Q&A? When he calls him and he's like, where are you, you faggot? I'm on a boat. Calls up to Nancy. I could vomit. It's the fucking best phone call ever.
It's okay when they say it because it's F-A-G-G-E-T when they say it.
Oh, is that it?
See, yeah.
Faggot.
See, it's not the actual.
I can say it because I am one.
Right.
You can't say it.
Right. Yes.
And you can say it because you're one, but then I can't say. My wife had the best point in regards to the N-word.
The N-word.
You know, Carlin said there's the 7 dirty words you can't say on television. Right now, make it 8.
Yes.
Just make it 8. Kevin Hart can't say it. I can't say it. Anthony can't say it.
No one can say it.
Nobody can say it. Because if I'm in the supermarket and say, motherfucker, the whole place goes, whoa.
Yeah.
There's no like, well, he could say it because he is one.
Yeah.
All right, Oedipus. That was a weird way to go with that. You know?
Stupid eyes again. That's all I'm focused on now. Not the great impression, but the fucking eyes go fucking
I do
wacky.
impressions with no eyes like Eddie Vedder.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't sell out to the man, but you could buy my ukulele album at Starbucks. All right.
That's my new favorite of yours, the Eddie Vedder impression.
Well, I appreciate that.
Holy
Opie has been a fan of the band for a long time, since before Stone and Mike were even in the band. So it's Opie and Anthony. It's brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. But don't sell out. Look, if you look around, there's no advertising in this building. It's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful.
The beauty of Eddie Vedder is he's an amazing performer, but when he has to talk to the crowd, he's so fucking lost. It takes him forever to figure out what he wants to say.
He's an old man.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, right. Where'd I put my cane? Appreciate that very much. That was daughter. And next we'll probably do it again a little bit later. But, thank you. I guess if it takes all night, it takes all night. I'm 91 years old.
It's hilarious. It is
Alone in a
amazing.
breakfast. They always got to talk. The lead singer syndrome, we all know, Ant knows, is rot gut frontman.
Oh, yes. Well.
But even like Bruce, you go see Bruce and he'd be like, you know, when I was growing up, my old man used to always say, when you going to cut that hair? And my mom, she was a real romantic, you know? And they play those bullshit notes when they're talking. Like they forever. Like Nils is backstage getting fucking lobster claws. Stevie Van Zandt's combing his wig. And Bruce is up there, like, with his fucking wife and her not plugged in acoustic guitar. Like, way to go, tambourine lady. You know, when I was growing up, my old man used to say, when you gonna cut that hair? This is Badlands. You're like, what? What the? That's your segue? Haircuts in Badlands? Badlands!
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
know, I understood exactly what Bruce was saying about his father, because my old man, I didn't know who he was. This is daughter.
That is amazing, Jay Moore.
I'll vote for. Don't tell me who to vote for. Don't tell me your politics. Don't tell me to bring fucking canned goods. You know what, Bruce? You're the multi-millionaire. You bring a fucking jar of peanut butter to the show, you prick.
Saw Pearl Jam in Philly, and he was bitching and complaining that not everyone is able to vote. They're making it hard for the people to vote.
Yeah,
that was
not.
his big political rant.
It's very hard for people of color to vote.
And he does end a lot.
Let me enjoy this red wine that costs $100 a bottle, and that somehow that was Sandler again. I don't know what you said. I am all over the ice.
Don't forget to vote. It's gonna be a good time election. Agoo. Goo goo gaga. $20 million. I would like you to pay me now. And that was Steven Tyler.
You want more Ann Coulter on the retard?
I want to hear the explanation.
Do you call people with mental disabilities retards? Because I don't, and I think that's a nasty thing to do.
A lot of people do to be offensive, yes.
No, they don't.
They do, and you know that.
They absolutely
Why
do not. And you know they do not.
Of course you
know no one would call a Down syndrome child a retard. It is synonymous with loser. You know perfectly well no one would use that.
Nonsense.
You know what would have been offensive?
No, wait a minute. You're going away with it. That is complete nonsense.
Nonsense.
That's the whole point. The whole point, if you talk to people who work with Down syndrome children or whatever, they will all tell you.
You're going to keep saying that this is offensive and you're just wasting time because we only have 10 more seconds on this. We're getting to the next topic because, okay, it's offensive, it's offensive, and you're going to come up with 20 different ways to tell me it's offensive. It's offensive according to whom? Moron, idiot, cretin, imbecile. These were exactly like retard, once technical terms to describe people with mental disabilities. Changing the word doesn't change the condition. I was not referring to someone with Down syndrome. I was referring to the President of the United States.
I know that.
I didn't make a joke about Special Olympics the way the president did. I didn't make a joke about extra chromosome right-wingers the way Al Gore did. Those are specific conditions. I didn't call the president a Down syndrome child. I used the word retard the same way people use idiot, cretin, moron, and the rest of them, which were all once technical terms, and I've had it with the language police, and you were wrong that, oh, no one else is laughing. Everyone is fed up with the language police.
Actually, they're not, but you wouldn't use the N-word, would you? You've already said that.
Not the N-word argument. Okay, now we are back.
It is a good point, though.
It's a great point she made.
I think we know what she sounds like when she's laying under Bill Maher now.
An argument.
Scream.
Okay, now we are back to my book mugs. No, of course not. For one thing, the N-word is like a curse word.
Why would you allow the word police, as you put it, to make any exceptions?
I should have called my book 3 books back about guilty liberal victims and their assault on America. Everybody wants to be black. No, unless you went through slavery and went through Jim Crow, I do not want to hear victims bullying the rest of America. And this is what has happened, whether it's the Jersey girls or the spokesman for the disabled. It's not the disabled, it's the self-appointed spokesman word police. The feminists on this word or that word. The gays on, oh, you can't say, oh, that's so gay now.
But you don't use the N-word because you know that it would get you into serious trouble.
No, I would never use it.
You know that it's deeply offensive.
I'm sorry, you're doing what Sununu, you're so upset Sununu did to Colin Powell. You're going to read my mind and tell me why I would use a word or not use a word. No, you're wrong. I wouldn't use the N-word because it's a curse word.
Will you carry on using the word retard?
Yeah, I've done it since that tweet.
Wait, do you believe that she wouldn't use it because she thinks it's a curse word? I don't think she's being completely honest either.
She probably wouldn't use it in most situations.
So over the top.
She knows that if she called the president the N-word, that would be her fucking career, man.
Yeah, there is a certain... I think
She knows
Make
that.
it or break it.
but I mean, Piers has a point too. He has a point too in that people do say retard about people with Down syndrome, even though you don't say it to them. You do say it to be nasty. That bunch of fucking retard. I mean, there are times when people say it, and everybody knows it's used for that, but it's still used in a way like you talk about your friends, and I don't think she should be in any trouble for it. But that doesn't mean you can't acknowledge how we all know it's used at times.
Well, the second part of this, Piers Morgan talks to a retard.
Oh, I did see that. No, he talks with,
but he actually talked to someone with a disability,
with Down syndrome,
to basically give his point what the word means to him.
But who cares what the word means to him? He obviously doesn't see life the way you're supposed to see life. Like, you know what I mean? Stop.
What does fish have to do with this?
Chip. God fucking Cormier, you gotta watch it with him. Sea life, I would have said, what, to the D-E-F and G light, too?
Here's,
Christ. I fucked up. I'm tired, Sam. Fucker.
Here's a
Chip TV on YouTube. Don't miss it.
Chippa
TV. We all know
No,
that.
I'm not watching that. I'm watching Chip TV.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the Chipmunks from Disney.
Here's a slow
a special boy.
A special boy.
Yes, and Eric.
Oh. You heard Ann Coulter there. Trying to insist
pause it real quick. Pause it. This kid is trying to fucking wonder why the fuck he's talking like that. He sits down. He's probably never heard a British accent before in his life. And all of a sudden, Piers Morgan
Morgan's like, there's a controversy with the words. And this kid's going, wow, man. I'm getting worse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. This is accelerating.
Oh, no.
This poor child is sitting across from a fucking Brit. And like, we were just sitting here going, oh my God, listen to Piers Morgan's stupid voice. And now there's a special boy in front of him. The poor kid.
Boy.
And he's in a goddamn studio with the lights and some stage manager putting a mic on him like, sit still.
He did. I
You
saw
think the
this.
father's sitting there going, wow, we just taught him the Long Island accent, and now he's got to deal with this Brit.
I saw this. He actually does a great job.
I know he does.
Responding to this
Putting
stuff.
a mic on him. Like, sit, turn this way. Sit still. Look at it. Here's your mic. Look over here. This poor guy.
You heard Ann Coulter there trying to insist that the word retard is not offensive. What was your reaction to that?
What did you eat in the green room? Meaning, what was your reaction to that? He just ate something.
It's so wrong, but hilarious. Oh, my God.
No, this is fucking... I understand why he's interviewing the guy, but it's like...
Pandering.
Now live
Pandering.
to an actual... Yes! What Piers Morgan just did...
Right, thank
was
you. I
took
know what
what
you're gonna
Ann
say.
Coulter did
Yes.
and just put a fucking bomb on it. Like, let's go live now with a retard. Live now.
She was not referring to a guy with Down syndrome whatsoever when she said retard.
Right, get on the phone and find me one.
Find me one of those.
Piers Morgan put
Right.
Ann Coulter in a tough spot. How
Man.
did she come back from this?
Was she
She's
there?
gonna
when
follow
the-
up.
She's
No.
like a Latin fighter,
Right.
man. She
Oh,
did
yeah,
not
yeah,
take
yeah.
a fucking knee.
No, she wasn't there for this.
You're going to follow up my intelligence and explanation with this?
Yeah. Why would
Thanks a
she
lot,
deal? Why
Piers.
would she give any credence to this? Because
She was gone. She was gone.
I know because she wasn't referring to anybody with a mental handicap.
I wish she wasn't gone because I would have loved to see how she
would have
handled this.
destroyed him.
Oh,
now
my
I'm
God.
with Coulter.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Piers Morgan is
Piers.
sensationalizing this
Of
poor
course
guy.
he
You
is.
didn't mean that. Yeah,
This
yeah.
poor child.
Are you going to interview
Yeah.
him about the election results, too?
Right.
I understand why you're asking him how it affects him, but come on, stop it. It's just a fucking, it's a sideshow. That's why
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Yep.
This is the bottoming out of Piers Morgan.
It really is.
What'd the guy say? I have to hear his response.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
The word retard is not offensive. What was your reaction to that?
Well, the word retard is offensive, and that
I can't look at
Oh,
He
Jesus.
sounds like Roland.
Oh, he does.
He really did sound like Roland.
What, he
little
talks
bit.
much better than Roland.
Yes.
He really does.
Can't understand Roland.
Yeah, we'll do
Understand him.
is offensive,
Yeah.
and that should not be. I should not be a symbol for someone who is dumb and shallow. If they wanted to use me as a symbol for someone who fights adversity.
Frank, let me ask you. I mean, if you
Now,
He
sounds British, He sounds. If no one said that was a special person,
Yeah.
you'd go, "We got this this British guy."
Yeah.
Hey, this British guy, you know. Oh my God, Anthony loves the norm. You know?
doesn't?
Hey, that doesn't sound like a guy with Down syndrome. That sounds like another British guy. You know? Maybe old British guy sounds like they got Down syndrome or something, man. Who's funnier than Sarah Silverman? Except a bunch of dudes. He said that here. I was just saying, you guys are looking at me like, whoa!
I don't remember him saying that.
That's
well,
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I listened to your show more than
a bunch of
I don't remember him saying that one.
Yeah, again. Yeah, play the British guy talking to that the smaller British guy.
Adversity.
Oh, boy.
Frank, let me
Controversy.
ask you. I mean, if you met the President of the United States, have you ever met him?
I have.
he has. Well, he obviously
Oh, he
knew
has.
that. Ask that to 5,000 guys with Down syndrome. Would you get lucky to find the one who has?
Yeah, you know what? I forgot for a second there was pre-interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? He lucked up on that?
This guy, this man with Down syndrome here, this child, I don't know what he is. He's an adolescent. What is he?
I don't know.
You can't tell.
He's like
Maybe 30 or 8. I don't know.
He's part of an organization. You know, he's
That's absolutely right, Anthony.
yeah.
You know, these special people They want him running a marathon. And they, sorry.
He's a special person.
He's doing a great job. But
he's doing about as good a job as you can with people like Piers Morgan. CNN brought you this concert. That's why you spent $800 for your ticket, because there's no corporate sponsor. That's why when you see the Rolling Stones, it's affordable, because it's Budweiser Presents, you know? That's why you spent $800 to sit all the way up top with your neighbors that ride the bus. This is rearview window.
Eddie changed his tune, man. The show I went to, there was Budweiser logos everywhere.
You live and learn. What are you going to do?
The only thing I want to hear you say is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I want to hear you say, Billy Goat. Alone in a breakfast table. It's a great show,
The
though.
President of the United States. Have you ever met him?
I have. I recently.
I'm his financial advisor.
The White House.
Wow. Couldn't wait to get that one in. Right? Couldn't wait, right?
Popped in my head.
It popped in your head, did you say?
Yeah. Get out the vote.
Financial.
This is so wrong.
No, I mean, I want to hear what he's. Wow, is that a good line? Why does he know the president?
I recently was at the White House at the signing of Rose's Law. Have you
What I was going to say to you was that, putting aside the word retard that she used, I just thought being that offensive about the president of this country in itself
You're allowed to do that.
You're allowed
I
to,
can't imagine
stupid.
that you would ever say anything offensive about your president. Do you think there's a wider argument that, putting aside the disability, the word retard, the offence it causes to people
I call
like
him
yourself?
Okay, we're done here today.
He says retard like it's a nut.
Retard, yeah.
Almonds, Brazil nuts, retards.
A retard, a pecan.
A retard. Would you like another retard? A pistachio retard. There's a whole bunch. Anthony, these are called Brazil nuts in my house.
Well, you know what
in
they
my
call
house,
them.
they're called
We
Brazil
call them
nuts.
retard toes.
They're called, these are called Brazil nuts, Anthony. Not
Yes.
retard.
And I'm sure he would have went to bat for Bush for something being offensive said about
Of course
Bush.
he would have.
Stop with that, Piers. Stop it.
please.
And if Piers' question gets any longer, this kid's head's going to explode. You're giving him way too much to try to
Yes.
figure
Too much
out.
to process.
Holy fuck.
Poor little
The
fella.
offence it causes to people like yourself, that actually you should just show more respect to the president.
Of course. I mean, people should respect the president because, one, I don't know if the president has ever been bullied as a child before, but I know that people when people get bullied and when people use the R word, it's just offensive.
The R word.
Frank, let me give you the last word. You signed a letter to Ann Coulter from a friend you haven't met yet. What would you like to say in conclusion?
I would like to say thank you. You helped me make 3.2 million new friends.
Frank,
I wish that you would be one more.
I'll see what I can do. Let's try and make it happen.
Just a pointless interview.
And now we're getting the, you want to talk to Mike?
Sure.
Mike
and Beth Page. We get this every time we go down this road. And
oh, no.
to a point, I guess I understand. But, Mike, go ahead, buddy.
I was just going to say that I grew up in Long Island, much like all of you guys. And I heard that word growing up. And, until you have a kid that falls into this situation like I do, you don't really understand, But it is an offensive word.
Yeah.
I have a son with a developmental disability.
In any context?
I'm sorry?
In any context, it's an offensive word.
Well, I mean,
growing up before you had a kid, did you ever use the word about your friends being like an asshole and say, "Oh, you're being a retard"?
I'd be lying probably if I said I never did.
All right.
But for some reason, I hardly did.
Because you know what? It affects you personally now, which is understandable. So, but the thing is, everything affects somebody personally. All of us in here are affected by things that we joke about on a daily basis.
God, I make fun of mental illness all the fucking time. I've
Opie's a retard,
and I'm a retard, and I've suffered through that my entire fucking life. Sorry, Jay Moore's pressing his nipples up against the glasses. We try to have a serious conversation with you. I'm sorry about that. He left.
I got an email from somebody, a father recently, who had a retarded kid who was very offended at a bit I had done.
Right.
And it got played on Raw Dog.
Right.
And he said, look,
what was it, your dad?
But he was very offended. And he goes, he sent me a letter. So I wrote him back, and I was nice to him. And I said, look, I wasn't trying to offend you, but it's a horrible thing because it affects you personally. But if I start to think that way as a comic or something,
oh, you're done.
Then there's nothing you can make fun of. And he wrote back and said, well, no, you just don't care. Like, he did what Ann said, that he began to tell me what my motives were.
Right. Let me go with that point, Jimmy. Mike, and I want you to be completely honest. Tell me something that you find really funny that obviously would offend somebody else. We all have it.
Really funny. I mean, I think
I'm not trying to downplay your point, by the way, because it's a valid point, but I'm just showing you the other side of this.
Like, good black joke make you laugh?
What is it? What kind of joke makes you
Pollaks?
just fucking laugh hard?
Hairy guinea women?
But you know it's wrong when you're laughing. You just know it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, most of the stuff that I hear on the station, I'm rolling laughing.
Yeah, so it's a point where this one hits obviously. Hold on, this one hits obviously close to home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everyone has that. I mean, everyone. Every single day we have some horrible joke or some horrible humor that hits way too close to home.
Didn't you laugh the first time you heard you put Velcro on the ceiling? Come on. Didn't you laugh the first time you heard one if you slice them thin enough?
It's just a tough spot that we're in because if we start really thinking about who we're offending, we have no radio show, man.
You know what the difference is, though? Most of the people that you offend through humor, and believe me, I love comedy, most of them, in some way, shape, or form, are able to defend themselves. And kids with this issue, and believe me, listen, who would ever think that this would happen to your kid?
Yeah.
You know, Opie just had a kid, and you think, you're viewing, like, your child and what they're
man, making me feel bad.
My son is going to grow up and be a lawyer. My daughter's going to do this. You envision everything. And then in one moment, you're shot between the eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
This information. I don't mean to get down.
No.
But like a gay guy who somebody says, oh, that shirt looks gay, he can defend himself.
Albeit very sissy-like.
But
they can defend themselves.
Mike, can I interrupt you? Not to downplay what you're saying, but what you've done, and I know you're not doing it for any other reason other than you're being sincere, is you have found a way, and I don't mean it was sneaky. It's just a natural thing. You've found a way why what your point is different, and why. Hey, look, I get it in every case, but here's why it's different here. Where now a gay guy may come back and say, hey, it's terrible to make fun of retarded people, but you know what? They're not being targeted in the street and beaten up and killed like we are.
Yeah, that's true.
And a black guy may go, you know what? I have empathy for people with Down syndrome, and I have empathy for gays, but they weren't hung from trees and then denied their rights for 50 years after. Like, everybody has a very valid point to themselves, why something hurts or why it doesn't feel right. Right. And it's, again, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm sure I would feel that way. And there's a line between being funny and being purposefully cruel to a person. Like, I wouldn't go up to somebody who's retarded and say that to them just because it's cruel and it's bullying. But there is a difference.
You got to be cruel to be kind in the right measure.
You think "Run to the Hills" needs another verse?
I do. But you know what I'm saying, Mike? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But again, it's not that I know it's very important to you.
Let me chime in here, Mike.
That's why we look at it that way.
I'll tell you why it's so offensive. Because they're the only group of people that can't defend themselves.
That's what Mike just said.
What I was saying. Yeah.
He said that while you were out of the room.
Well, you
I was out of the room.
Hysterical laughing.
Sure. I don't have a contract, Anthony.
I know.
But no one, anyone who's being seen themselves as being victimized in a moment, and sometimes they are being victimized, they can't defend themselves, which is why they feel like victims. Like, you could say that about blacks, and they would be like, well, we couldn't defend ourselves. If we did, the police and the dogs were sick on us. Like, everybody has that real feeling.
Then why do they call it?
Let me just chime in on this.
Yeah.
Everyone has that real feeling.
Right.
Yes.
Damn. Damn. All right, Mike. Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
All
Thanks, buddy.
All right, we'll move on from the R word.
Yeah.
We got Kevin Pollak. He's here. He'll join the program next.
Well, can I just say something?
Yeah, of course.
Kevin Pollak's here.
Oh shit! Can you take us out as Eddie Vedder to break, please?
Yeah, maybe we could play a good tune or something, you know, when we go out to break. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's an election tomorrow, and if you don't vote, then you're part of the problem. But tonight, look out, I see a room full of solutions, and we love you. Thank you very much.
Get ready, America. Today's hottest impressionist is coming to a theater near you. Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices, live in concert. All your favorite celebrities are here. Bill Clinton.
I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That girl got snakes near a plane.
Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, I'm going to have to get a lot of body bags if that girl's coming to town.
And Christopher Walken.
Oh, I carried this iPhone in my butt.
Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices, live in concert, coming to a theater near you.
Sirius XM. Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, here's your song, Jay. Put on your headphones. Jay Mohr in studio. By the way, Jay's going to be at Governor's this Friday.
Oh, shit.
Saturday, and it looks like Sunday, right? At Governor's on Long Island. Very,
That is
very cool.
correct.
And then the Stress Factory the week after that.
Let's just talk about Governors.
Governors, Friday, November 9th through the
They pay
11th.
an honest wage for an honest work.
That's right.
Jay Mohr 37 on Twitter.
Out there on Long Island, a lot of people hurting. They need to laugh.
That's the most Italian room in the world. They make the
Oh,
Jersey Shore people look like Irish Jews. That is the most greaseball fucking mob.
Really
cop,
is,
weird.
right?
There's a Bally's Fitness across the street. And I swear to God, the Y burnt out last time I was there. And across the street just lit up and said balls. I said, here we are, Long Island, balls. Crush your nose. You fucking Italian morons. Come out and see me. I love you.
And now joining the program, Kevin Pollak, who's got a book coming out, How I Spent My Way to the Middle. I remember last time you were in here, you were talking about this book.
Talking about that yappy thing.
And it's
that
finally
yappy
out.
Rag. Yeah, there it is. Now it's physical evidence.
Is this your first book?
It is my first and hopefully my last.
Hard to write? Hard to write a book for you?
No. And in fact, I'm kind of, whether the publisher wants me to talk about it or not, I'm blowing out the process and letting people know because it was the easiest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah, the guys, my act, I always did impersonations like, Jay, and my, as we start to meet and work with the people that we mock, they become part of the act. You tell real life stories instead of just saying, what if Christopher Walken were a busboy? You actually say, I met the freak, right?
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
tell the story. So the guy says, this is a book, these stories. I said, I don't have time to write a book. He says, well, we got a guy. I said, you can't have a guy write my book. That's ridiculous. He said, no. Here's the thing. He's in Chicago, you're in L.A. or wherever. You guys get on Skype. He's a journalist. He'll ask you questions that bring up stories from your filmography and nonsense. And then he will send you the transcripts from the Skype session. And then you edit your own stories in their told version instead of in their written version,
Right.
which for storytellers is the best fucking possible way you could have a story told, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're writing it, you're just trying to recreate your own voice anyways. And here it is, actually recorded my own voice.
Right.
So he did 15 of these 2-hour Skype sessions. He sends me the transcripts. He doesn't write a fucking word. I'm editing my own stories for 3 months, and I'm done with the book.
That's actually a smart way to do it. You basically hired a, not to demean
Dictation.
him, but for dictation. That's exactly what you
No
do.
one writes their own books anymore, though.
Well, that's the thing. As I said, you can't have a guy tell a story about, please. And I call people out on their shit in the book, too. Because a couple people are real dicks, and they need,
Like what? Give us one.
Who is a dick? Yeah.
Well, actually,
Give us a good one, man. We'll sell some books for you.
I got a pretty, I've not held back too much on the show
Nope,
before,
you've been
but
good.
Kevin is not a fan of mine, by the way. The Independent Spirit Awards, we had a bit of a run-in.
What happened, Eddie Vedder? What happened with Kevin Pollak?
Kevin, he's quite the orator, I'll let him tell you.
I love that.
By the way, new Twitter account, not Eddie Vedder.
If only he could be funny like that.
Yeah,
if only
right.
an actual piece
Holy
of shit could be funny.
And he's doing that with an egg sandwich in his fucking
Well,
mouth.
just toast. I don't eat eggs because it's dangerous for the chickens. Everything she brought, I don't eat anything that has eyes.
Oh, fuck me.
What happened with Eddie Vedder?
Spirit Award. This is not in the book, but I was hosting Independent Spirit Awards years back, and he was in the audience, and I made some riff about your great impression of Harvey Keitel was being honored. He had Bad Lieutenant out not too long before that, so I said, and also the piano. So it was a cock fest basically, and I said his penis has separate representation, and he stared me down like he was going to.
Keitel did?
Yeah.
I don't understand your joke. When I go see my agent, I bring it with me.
So I said
He's
something.
not across town, is he?
I said something about Marlon Brando setting up the Native American chick to accept his Academy Award.
All right, yeah.
I made a backhanded comment about it, and Eddie Vedder sends me a note saying that the Native Americans worked very hard on their resilience.
I hate that cocksucker.
But how about this? So I go on stage and I take the note with me, and I said, "Where's Eddie? Where are you?"
Wow.
Yeah, that's censorship, you piece of shit. Go fuck yourself.
Did you really?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Fuck him.
Absolutely.
And what did Eddie do?
I think he was passed out at that point. I don't really know.
On his red
No,
wine.
but as a musician, he wants to say what he wants, but
Yeah.
I know Eddie.
Opie wants it so bad, and I'm making him wait.
He loves the fucking.
So I call
Pollock's an asshole.
Native Americans worked very hard building the country.
Oh, Jesus, Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear from on anything.
what a bore Eddie Vedder is. I hate Pearl Jam and I hate him.
Love the Pearl
Maybe
Jam.
if it takes all night, it takes all night then.
He's an old man.
So I go after.
Oh, yeah. What's the story from the book?
I go after Michael Clarke Duncan in the book, and
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Well, I wrote the thing.
That's why you have an argument with his heart.
I wrote it. I wrote it.
I can't fight back. My God.
Well, I wrote it 5 months ago. And when I tell you the story of what happened on the set of the whole 9 yards, you'll see why I wrote it. So then before the book comes out, the publisher emails me and says, "Do you want to take out the part of Michael Clarke Duncan's a dick?" And I said, "You don't get a pass because you die. Fuck him."
Wow.
Absolutely. No. And I understand he became, religious or whatever towards the end of his life, and he made amends. Yeah, fuck him. On the set of whole 9 yards, he was a piece of shit. So
Whoa. What did he do on the whole 9
That's
yards?
offensive to dead people. Dead people work very hard filling cemeteries and graveyards. And without them, there'd be no Dawn of the Dead movies.
No zombies.
And he just sent Kevin another note. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Censorship,
Do me a
fucker.
favor, hand this to Kevin Pollak because dead people work very hard. Cadavers and organ transplants, donating things, of course.
Yeah, they work very hard. You're right.
This is black.
So you're on the set, and
whole 9 yards. So it's a night shoot, and I come out of the trailer to go into the van to be driven to set, and PA, like the pimply kid from The Simpsons, goes, "Hi, Mr. Pollak, I got your per diem," and I go to sign for the per diem. Which is, just a little envelope of cash separate from the paycheck. That gets like an allowance,
Yeah.
So from behind me, I hear, "Where's my per diem?" And I turn around, and there's big Mike Clarke Duncan. And the PA says, "I don't know, Mr. Duncan. They just gave me Mr. Pollak." "Well, how do we know that's not my per diem?" "Mike, it says Kevin Pollak on the envelope. What do you want? Give the kid a break." "Yeah. Well, how come you bring his and not mine?" "Mike, you want to take mine? I don't really give a shit. I'm sure there's more per diem for everybody, And then he won't let it go, and he's really upset. So we get in the van, and we drive to the set, and this is name-dropping fest because of the actors that are in the film. So I'm sitting with the Bruce Willis and the Matthew Perry, and so we're there like 30, 40 minutes. And, fuck me, but these aren't guys you want to keep waiting around too much. And at one point, Bruce says to his right hand for 35 years, Stevie, he says, "Stevie, what the fuck?" Stevie goes off to the director to find out what's going on, why we're sitting around cooling our heels for 35 minutes after they brought us to set. He comes back and he says, Yeah, there seems to be a problem with Michael Clarke Duncan. I don't really know what it is, but I don't know what's going on. So then the director comes over, Jonathan Lynn, lovely British man, says, yes, fellas, sorry. There's a bit of a snafu with Michael. Kevin, you may know something about this. Apparently, you took us per diem?
Oh, man.
Shit.
I said, sorry? And then I tell them the story of what happened. And Bruce gets up to kill him, basically. And I said, no, you know what? It's like 3 a.m. I'd like to get the fuck out of here. Why don't I just go over and say, I'm sorry for any misunderstanding, Mr. Duncan. Can we get back to work now? Because the crew's standing around and everybody's upset. And I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? So Bruce says, fuck that and fuck him. And I said, no, seriously. Let me just go over there. Because he and I know what actually happened 35 minutes ago with the pimply kid from The Simpsons. So let me just go over there and remind him. Because apparently he's convinced himself of something. So I go over, and Mike's sitting by himself. Nobody's near him. And I walk up and I say, hey, Mike. And before I can finish the thought, he says, you ought to think twice before taking a man's per diem.
Oh, fuck.
So he had convinced himself, to me, the only actual witness of the occurrence, that I took as per diem.
Fuck.
Yeah, and so now I'm thinking, okay, I've got a nanosecond here to decide how to play this particular one. I do have 60 people on a crew standing around waiting. Maybe I just eat this one. Fuck it, what do I care? So I said, you're right, Mike. I really should have thought twice about taking your per diem. I'm sorry. I really don't understand what happened, quite frankly. So anyways, whatever happened, I hope we're okay. Yeah. So I walk away, and we get back to it, and this is the scene where his character pours gasoline on my character's face so that they can set me on fire. And do you think there was a little extra oomph when he was throwing the water on me? So here's the fun part. Cut to, I don't know, a couple years later, I'm sitting on a fucking beach because that's how you get a job. But I'm never actually detached from the mothership, so I have my cell phone with me. I'm sitting on a fucking beach on vacation. The cell phone rings. Hey, it's Bruce. And he calls like annually, so you take that call. So, hey, what's going on? It looks like we're going to do a sequel, The Whole 9 Yards. Really? Huh. Well, my character died in the first one, so are you calling to rub it in? What the fuck? Because there ain't nothing like sequel money. So why are you hurting me? He said, no, you're coming back. You're going to play the father's of the character that Yanni's father, Laszlo Gogol. I said, oh, okay. Is everybody coming back? Yeah, everybody but Michael Clarke Duncan. Fuck him.
Wow.
Yeah. So he fucked himself out of the sequel.
Wow.
In the end.
Today, Tilda Swinton is 52 years old. Celebrity birthday. This is a life.
So the editor calls and says, do you want to keep this in? And I said, you don't get a pass for dying.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry. And Rip Torn, same thing. Crazy fucking lunatic on the set and shut down production every day with his nonsense. Absolutely.
What movie was that?
Oh, boy. One? This was Michael Moore's only fiction.
That's everything.
Canadian Bacon.
Right.
Like Canadian Bacon.
Yeah. With John Candy.
Sure.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, sure. So so he would every day after lunch he would come back with a theory that somebody was out to get him.
That's nice.
Yeah, if I heard him say I was on Nixon's list once, I heard him say it a million times.
Oh boy!
It was 44 years ago today that Richard Nixon was elected president.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 44 years. And now Reggie Jackson was number 44, and we're going to try to hit this one out of the park for you.
What song, Eddie? What song?
This is off Yo, who is the brains of JFK.
Nice.
Almost ran out of songs. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes off as a kind of an unstable guy.
A little bit.
He's going to break into a bank or something?
Fuck all this shit.
Yeah,
Let me hear the walking. That's goddamn walking in town. Let me tell you something.
Whoa, wait a minute. Jimmy does a good walking, too.
I'm going to get to Jimmy's, but I got to set up Pollak's.
Don't bury the lead.
Pollak does the Talkin' Walkin' podcast, right?
Yes.
His second episode, he has to do a disclaimer in the beginning of it saying why the sound in the first one was incorrect. And if somebody can pull this up, it's the most remarkable I've ever heard in my life, and I lay down my king on the chessboard.
Wow.
No doubt about it. Kevin Pollak does the best walking.
Well, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I think that was the reason because I was exhausted. I got out of a dead sleep with a sudden panic of
dead zone.
Oh shit! It's quiet in the house. I can actually record the disclaimer that I was going to do the next morning when it was going to be loud and obnoxious in the house. So I got up at 3 o'clock and I was exhausted, and I think that's because it was so relaxed and dead to the world that, and you know.
I'm afraid I'm doing like Dana Carvey's George Bush at this point. Because yours was so fucking George Bush never went not governor. Yeah. And like waved his fingers around like a guest on Piers Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it becomes a parody of the parody.
Yeah, I think I'm doing the parody.
Well, everyone on Twitter's been after me to have you on as a guest.
Yeah,
on Talkin'
I appreciate you having me on.
Please.
Now?
Yeah.
Only by the confluence of events I get the invite. You know what?
Wait a minute.
No.
Have I not? We haven't been on each other's podcast.
Wait, I don't get the disclaimer,
We need to
though.
do each other.
I don't. What's the big deal with the disclaimer?
Oh, the sound was fucked up because I just had somebody help me set up guitar nonsense on the Mac.
Okay.
Why don't you just tell them?
Yeah, exactly.
Not as you.
So it's funny. He's the leader. I can't.
No.
I can't do it in front of him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
You gotta do it, Kevin.
Otherwise, we'll never know.
Okay. Well, what about Jimmy?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Two guys. I don't want to steal the show.
That's genius.
Come on, let's do the big showdown. The people demand it. It's been
Well,
it's been in the making for years.
I had Alan Arkin on my little internet chat show there, and he just finished. He's talking about Argo, of course.
Is he a
which
nice
great,
man?
and he's unbelievably cool.
And is
it's
Argo a good movie?
It's like Yoda.
I hear it's a great movie.
Very good. If you lower your expectations, don't go in expecting the greatest movie ever made, then you'll in fact
I enjoyed it,
think it's pretty terrific.
I think that's offensive to Jason and all of the Argonauts.
Not just the one Argo.
George Bush is a Nazi fascist. Enjoy your evening. Get home safe.
Oh, there's no more songs left?
No, we're just getting warmed up. That's what's great about Philadelphia. Is you warm up.
Get any better. That's so.
See, that's the thing is you do when you find that thing right there, when you find that rhythm, you can't get out of it, right? I mean,
that's why I can't do walking because I'm stuck like this.
Yeah, it's exactly right. I'll walk around my house as hours sometimes talking only as Christopher Walken and not realize I'm doing it until the cat passes out from fear. I mean, that's literally, you just don't know.
I usually either get stuck as Keitel or Colin, but they're similar guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
we're all waiting for you to do walking, Kevin. You want to read an excerpt from the book, maybe?
Want to read another 20 pages?
Yeah. Tell another story about a dead guy. Creep. You should call your book Posthumous Stories. Here's another doozy. You guys ever heard of Carl Perkins? Here's one.
Doozy. He does such a great fucking.
Fun! That's insane. These are all the ones you can't do in Des Moines, by the way.
Yeah.
Says you, huh?
So what happened with Arkin?
Oh, so I had him on the show.
Christopher Walken.
And he just finished the movie Stand Up Guys with Al Pacino.
Not one Arkin tweet.
And Christopher Walken, the three of them, Arkin, Walken, and Pacino. And I said, did you guys make this movie so that Jay Mohr and I would have an extra 15 minutes in our act? I mean, those three guys, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You just see
about Glengarry Glen Ross?
Pacino yelling and Walken just staring, confused, and then Arkin saying, right? And then Arkin saying, fellas, seriously, you both need to calm down. I don't understand. Why don't we just go to separate corners? I'll be at craft service.
That's a great Alan Arkin.
It's ridiculous.
That's a great fucking Alan Arkin.
Wow. I'm going to go sit down. Because I'm tired. Not because you told me to. Because I'm tired.
But this is Bugs.
I like the introspective. He's either introspective or yelling and screaming. It's one or the other, right? Yeah. He doesn't have the energy to stand, or he's screaming.
He never used to. There are two different Pacinos.
Yeah.
The early Pacino and then the one now. That
Early
just seems
Pacino
to yell
sounds
all
like
the time.
Tyne Daly. Time Daily. Early Pacino and Dog Day Afternoon is the same as Time Daily. Yes, sir. Okay, Sarge, we got it. We got well, what's under the desk? A squirrel? All right. Annie W., we play all the hits. If you got a boss, why am I talking to you? We're Vietnam veterans. Attica! Put it down! Put it down! God is an absentee landlord.
Yeah, then it turns into that.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Look, but don't touch!
Yeah.
All right. I'll do Leon Shermer.
Oh, go ahead.
Why don't you do the
Leon.
evolution?
You're not dying, Sonny. You're killing everyone around you. All right.
Chris Sarandon.
Yes.
Yes, that was. Wow.
Fantastic.
Oh, Chris Sarandon, another dissident.
Are they pulling Kevin? I want to hear Kevin's that disclaimer.
I hope they're pulling it.
Yeah.
Kenny got on it. Why don't you just
No, I think Sam ran out of here.
So the book is called How I Slept My Way to the Middle. You can order that and get it on the bestseller list. You go to Amazon. Go to the jmoore.com website. Click the Amazon banner.
Bravo.
Oh, there you go.
That's how you get some click-throughs.
That's the corporate
You know, we
show.
only got
That's
your
what it have to be.
we only got your book today because of the big superstorm we had.
Yeah, we literally got it this morning.
But the first
don't worry about it.
I went like this and opened it, and I just saw John Belushi. Did you know John?
I in San Francisco, Bill Graham, the great concert promoter, had a lot of great clubs, and he would come out to the Punchline Comedy Club and hang out a bit, and so I got to know him. And he had a great rock club, the Old Waldorf, and so I went there. I did some shows with Dave Mason. If you remember Dave Mason, right? Did a great version of All Along the Watchtower, and had a couple of hits, and so we did some shows. So I went to the Old Waldorf, and I see in the social area of the dressing rooms is a pool table. I walk in, and they're playing pool as Van Morrison and John Belushi. And this is, I think, like 79, and Belushi is, at the apex of comedy godship, Animal House had just come out, Saturday Night Live. It was he kind of owned and reinvented funny at that point. So I shit myself basically. So at some point I'm like a fly on the wall, and then eventually Dave Mason and John Belushi go into one of these smaller dressing rooms and close the door. And there's some interesting smelling smoke coming from the room. And so I say, fuck it, I have to meet John Belushi. I just have to throw myself in there. And I'm doing shows with Dave Mason. I've got the entree here. So I open up the door as Peter Falk, because you know how we use voices to meet people. This is how we worm our way into people's lives.
Really? You guys do
absolutely. Yeah, the way you talk, baby talk in a relationship. Honey, I don't want to do it now. This is what we do.
Yeah, then you
as
punch him and
impressions.
say, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. Uncle Paul. So I open the door and as Peter Falk and say, geez, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you. I hate to be your pest. I honestly do. And Mason's got this giant joint in his hand, and it's like a steam room in there. I can't see half of it. And he looks up and he says, Colombo. And then he points to the joint and says, Colombo, referring to Colombian Gold at the time. It was the pot the kids smoked, all right? Get over it. So I start taking the joint and walking right towards Belushi and using the joint as the little cigar that Peter Falk would always have with him. And I continue doing the Falk. And Belushi is leaning against the wall, pretty stoned, and as I continue, he just kind of slides down the wall to his knees, which is why I guess that chapter is called How I Brought John Belushi to His Knees. And it was just one of those hero moments where it goes well. For a fucking change.
Why did he slide to his knees? Was he joking around or fucking stoned?
No, he was laughing.
He was. Oh, he was.
I haven't seen anyone do Peter Falk at that point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's 1979.
Newspapers matter not to me.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
It's a good song. It's a good Pearl Jam song.
Okay.
With all my friends here. John Belushi had a joint. He was a true red mosquito.
Here it is, right here.
Oh, well. I'd rather hear Jay Moore do it.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
It's a good tune, man.
So
Yeah.
are we doing this walking thing or what?
I'm waiting. Why didn't somebody
We're waiting for the podcast.
I can't imagine it's going to be anticlimactic, can you?
No, but it's free. The podcast is free, right?
He's
Yeah,
right in
just
front
go to
of us.
talkingwalking.com. Walking spelled like talking with an IN, so his family can't sue me. And or you go
Is
to
that
iTunes.
it, really?
It's all
Wow,
free.
It's all just one letter.
Yeah.
One letter saved.
Is that so they can't sue you because you can't this way you can't say people think it's him? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Sam is.
I think
What are they
Sam's
doing? Can
pulling
someone
something
tell
off
us?
binaural.
I don't remember what I did on the fucking thing.
But in the meantime, this is porch.
You like in the garden, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a DeVito, maybe. Baby.
No, that's a different one.
I'm getting a little wasted, so this is life wasted.
You know what? Hey, can't forget this.
Oh, wow.
The fucking video you guys threw up of the
language.
E.T.
Oh, Stone Cold E.T.?
Oh, my God.
Oh, goddamn.
It's one of the funniest YouTube videos I've ever seen.
My research producer on the chat show, Jason McIntyre, whose birthday was yesterday, hey, fuck you, showed me this video, and I still can't stop.
Have you seen Stone Cold E.T. yet, Jay?
I have not.
It's so funny.
Fuck.
The way that the
is
mask
this guy?
moves.
We talked to him. He's from Chicago. He's pretty much a dud when he's not doing his fucking Stone Cold.
Is he out
he's a
of
nice
his
guy,
mind
though.
hopped up on something when he's doing it?
I think he's a pothead.
He's a struggling comic. He's
think
trying
he's
to
a
make
pothead.
it.
But the commitment suggests that
Amazing.
he's whacked out of his mind.
I knew Sam wouldn't fail us.
Yeah, I figured that's what he's
So
going.
I knew it.
Sam's a good man.
We'll play Stone Cold E.T. for Jay a little later, but first we got this.
Yeah.
I want to be.
First of all, hi Sam. Especially solid Sideshow Bob today, by the way. Especially solid.
What happened? So we're playing something now?
Very much so, right?
I'm very confused, Jay Moore.
This is the
brought
disclaimer.
this, and this is where you said I gotta lay down my fucking kid.
Yeah, this is the best walk-in I've ever heard.
And with that
because he
setup,
won't do
you
it
know
here.
it's going to suck.
Right.
No, it's perfect.
Don't you love when people do
Yeah,
that?
because he won't do it here, Jay. Because he won't do it here.
Well, why don't you just do it for everybody?
What are you, Chubby Checker?
You know,
Chubby Checker wouldn't do the twist on our show.
I saw Todd.
Get the fuck out of here.
We got him to do
Oh,
it.
we got him. Because he wanted a new song played. I go, well, I guess we don't play your new song then. Guess who was twisted in our fucking studio?
Oh, he did the twist. Oh.
Now you get both right here.
That's perfect.
I saw Todd Rundgren once. He wouldn't play banging the drums.
No, what we just heard Kevin Pollak doing fucking walking finally. There you go.
Really?
Oh,
There you
no.
go. There you go.
That was not as good as mine.
By the way, I'll drop you like a sack of shit.
Let's hear the disclaimer.
All right,
Yeah,
here's
this.
it.
Let me hear the
Hello.
disclaimer.
How are you? Welcome back to episode two of Talkin' Walkin'. It's me, your host. This is a disclaimer. This is not the show. I'm so sorry. I have bad news. I have good news, bad news. I always hate that. What do you want first? You know, because the bad news first, second, it's going to suck. It's going to ruin everything. This is bad news. Episode 2, the sound quality is crap. Yeah, it's shit. I got to warn you. It's with apologies. We did it live in front of an audience at Caroline's on Broadway in New York. Just as I was launching the first one, working in the hotel room and, you know, preparing everything, the website. It's all very exciting. Thank you for listening, tuning in, making us a top 10 comedy podcast on iTunes. That's exciting. In 5 days, we cracked the top 10. Thank you. It's your fault. And I give you all the credit for that. So that's why I wanted to apologize. Because the sound is such shit on this episode, what happens is with the live audience, recording was not set up correctly. So the conversation spikes. That's the word all the technicians are using around me because I don't understand. Spikes. They spike. Okay. Spiky. Anywho, I didn't want to burn the episode, set it on fire, throw it away because there's too much damn funny. And that's why we do it, I think, for the funny. So I wanted to ask for your forgiveness, your understanding. If the sound is too shit and you can't listen to it, I understand. Turn it off. Forgive me. Move on. Also, please don't write bad reviews on the iTunes because the sound was shit. If you don't think it's funny, by all means,
If I told you that was Christopher
rip it.
Walken up until the review part, you would not tell me it was not.
It's just it's a strange Christopher Walken. It's upbeat. It's upbeat and energetic, which you never hear him.
You know my favorite moment of that so far is the way he says New York. That was such a weird pickup. New York. It was such a weird.
It's all the tiny
perfect
little inflections.
pickup.
You got it.
It's them tiny inflections.
Jimmy does impressions, man.
Oh,
Take him to the zoo, Rock.
I'll do. Hey, here's Johnny. As Nicholson.
Not bad.
But the way he says New York was such a great grab.
And of course you do Robert Shaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does eyes.
Is anybody going to do a fucking impression in this room? Okay. Nazis, Jesus Christ.
No Christopher Walken impression had been sent.
What the fuck are you here for? I don't know. Do your fucking walking already.
No. Well, because I know whatever
it's a goddamn tweet
it's
fucking
gonna
festival.
It's going to be followed by the crazy fucking stone vetter. What I say?
There's no goddamn walk-ins in this room, are there?
What? Eddie Vedder's just introing songs, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I love Christopher Walken the most.
Eddie, tell us what when you wrote these songs, how high were you?
I was a state of mind, the state of love and trust.
I don't find those things go well together, love and trust, because you can't have one without the other, quite frankly. To me, if you're in a relationship and there's love, there's no trust for the man. The man looks through her eyes.
Jay Moore's got to do a few different impressions now.
Time for Norm MacDonald to get real hot, Hey, Norm, hey, why do you want to get arrested or something? They chop someone's head off. Maybe they got
Hey, Wendy, here's Johnny.
That's fucking good, man.
Kevin just did a spit take from that one.
Under my own book.
Holy
on his own book.
Yeah. I spewed on my own face just now.
No. You guys know Patty at work, right? Patty, that girl. I just chopped her head off. I took her out in the woods. She thought it was a date because she's dumb. I'm like, hey, Patty, let's go out in the woods. It would be like a date.
That's crazy, great.
That was really good. It was like the second day we're camping. Second day, she's hey, let's get some red wine, and, she's like, she thinks it's a date, because she's dumb, And I go, let's have some red wine, And she goes, oh my God, I love red wine,
The exact fucking delivery.
It's crazy.
Then I chopped her head off. I don't even know why I did it, And it's just, she really lights up a room, that girl. That's what they always say when you die. On that date, those shows, all your friends come in, and they sit in your chair in your house, and there's like a picture over their shoulder of you not lighting up a room at all. It's just like some shot where your eyes are half closed, and like you're drunk at a bar, like, oh my God, I'm not lighting up a room at all right now. And your friends go, oh my God, Patty, she really lit up a room. She lit up a. This is daughter. We're gonna do it again. Oh my gosh, she lit up, and no one had a bad thing to say about her. They say that about him too all the time. They'll go, I don't even know what happened. No one had a bad thing to say about her.
Jay, Jimmy's going to do an impression.
Hey, Nurse Ratchet, I'll bash your brains in. Here's Johnny.
The moment he said the word nurse, I wasn't looking at him. I go, it's Nichols.
Yeah, of course it is. You just knew it.
Just close your eyes.
You know who else
like
Jimmy does very well, and I haven't heard a lot of people do this? Actor Gary Sinise.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah,
I heard this on Twitter. Somebody
this is amazing.
went right at me and said, make sure he does this Gary Sinise.
Kevin, close your eyes.
Don't forget to tweet your local food bank.
My eyes are closed.
The scene from Forrest Gump.
When he goes to the wedding.
He goes to the wedding. Gary Sinise walks up with his Asian wife. And, of course, Forrest comes out, and he's amazed to see Lieutenant Dan standing on his own on his artificial lips.
Forrest, this is my fat Asian wife, Susan. Now, how come we're millionaires and I have a woman who looks like the lady, what's the guy's name who sings that stupid popular song, that fat Korean? That's who I'm marrying. And how come your wife has A's and a haircut like Sean Cassidy, Forrest? She's killing the lawn by stepping on it.
I don't care how mad you are at Forrest Gump, that's not half as mad as Kevin Pollak's gonna be at us. Just because I fucking died doesn't mean I don't make the cut in that book in chapter 5. I may have lost walking, but I'm going down with the ship on this one. Dad, Larry, stop pointing that gun at my dad. Fucking, you can have walking, you prick.
Wow, you're giving up on the walking.
No, I'm still gonna close with it. I'm still gonna close with it. Put a lot of time in. There's no goddamn jobs in this town, are there? I'm sitting around waiting for radio gigs. You rat fuck! Jimmy's gonna be okay. Do your goddamn Robert Shaw. You're gonna do that Robert Shaw. And if you don't think you were, you got another thing coming, man.
Kevin Pollak was here. No walk-in impression had been sent.
I told you, Jay. Jay just lost it. Just laughed like somebody at the Apollo. You get your whole body up and running.
That bad
Sit back
lieutenant.
down in the wrong seat.
That bad lieutenant when he's cursing and crying in the car.
Ooh, come on, Daniels. Good eyes. Ball two to Kyle Daniels. Good eyes. Good eyes. Take a pitch. He drops an N-bomb in his car and shoots his radio.
Shoots the radio. Nothing
not
worse.
to be confused with Danny Aiello. I just killed your fucking radio.
Oh, this is a song we used to hear on the radio. It's Bubba O'Reilly.
And I'm just fucking spinning the wheel of insecurity because Kevin's walking. I'm like, look what else I can do, Kevin.
Nothing worse than a Harvey Keitel crying.
Where the fuck were you? He should have been
how come you and I aren't crying like that? I'm married to a fat Asian and you're married to a woman with AIDS. Why are we smiling?
Robin Wright Penn?
Really? Yes. Do you remember? Jenny had AIDS. I have titanium legs like the space shuttle. And you're marrying a woman who slept with everybody but you. And then she has AIDS and she's a waitress and now she loves you. Don't you ever call him stupid. She tastes like cigarettes. You're not supposed to kiss a hooker on the mouth, you fucking retard. That was latex and semen, not cigarettes. Dummy.
Well, it's just crazy. All these impressions.
Yeah.
Amazing. Jimmy's.
I'll do whoever you want.
Jimmy's amazing.
Jimmy's amazing.
Yeah.
The well does not have a bottom.
Whoever you want, I do.
Yeah.
Kevin's book, How I Slept My Way to the Middle.
Yes.
There's amazing endorsements. They got great pictures in here, man. I'm actually jealous. I was flipping through looking at your photos.
There's a picture of me teaching Carson how to do William Shatner, and I didn't want to get called out on why the picture's in there, so I busted my own balls by saying I only wrote this book so that I could put this picture in here.
Oh, very good.
The whole book is a vehicle for one picture.
Yeah.
This is your number one celebrity picture right here.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Let me see it.
How sick is that shit, right?
Is it your number one celebrity picture there, Kevin Pollak? You and Carson?
That's great, dude.
I got Carson doing Shatner
That's
like he's
fucking-
a monkey.
You just know that that's exactly what you two are doing right there,
Right?
by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, with the
That's great.
hands out in front of you.
How is Nicholson, by the way? It's a great picture of you and a thin Jack.
Right? I think I told the story when I was here last about when we were working on A Few Good Men and the word hit the news that Magic Johnson was HIV positive.
Oh, no. Did he sleep with Jenny Gump? She left a bunch of dead grass footprints. Tell her to put her shoes on, Forrest. Don't have sex with her. She's a waitress with AIDS.
Grass footprints.
Every time she
That's the
steps
new
on
Black
the lawn.
Crowes album?
Every time she steps on the lawn, she kills it.
This is dead black.
Dead grass footprints.
Dead grass footprints.
You can see the Robinson brothers doing that one.
Sorry.
So, yeah,
Between
so
beating the shit out of
Magic
each other.
Johnson had just announced his AIDS.
Fuck, that's
Yeah, so Matt, he announced he had HIV.
Oh, yeah. So it was announced.
You want us to tell
I'm
your story?
sitting back and being entertained by it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have a Lakers authority in Jack Nicholson on the set. And one by one, I don't know if you remember what the temperature was in the United States, if not the world around, when HIV hit Magic Johnson, because then
64
it
degrees.
was not only a high-profile celebrity, but it was a heterosexual, and it was really the first giant news of, oh, fuck, nobody's safe kind of reaction. You know, so, and also the fact that it was Magic and he's so high profile with the family and the wife and everything. So everybody from the crew, one by one, throughout the course of the day, was going by Jack and saying, what the fuck? What does this mean, you know? So as we're walking out of working on one particular scene.
Walking, not walking.
And going back. walking back to the trailer. I don't know about you, Jay, but when I'm around these giant fucking stars like Nicholson, I don't try to engage them in a conversation. I always feel like leave them alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Do you really?
I make them.
Oh, yeah.
I have to prove to myself, like confront your fears. Hey,
Right.
Tom, how are you?
Well, you probably get a better story out of it because of that. But so I'm leaving. We're walking back the trailer. In this particular moment, it's just Jack and I walking back to our separate trailers. But we're kind of walking side by side in a way. And so there's nobody around for the first time all fucking day. And he starts talking to himself. It's surreal. It's fucking surreal. It's just fucking surreal. And he gets to his trailer, puts his hand on the door like he's going to walk inside. He stops, turns back around, and he looks at me and he goes, "You want to know surreal?" And I'm like, is the world freezing right now? Is this happening? I'm looking around if anybody else is going to witness. So he says, "I'm doing this picture Chinatown." Fuck me. The stories are the greatest thing that's ever been said by any human being.
Right.
I'm doing this picture Chinatown, and I'm rehearsing the scene with John Huston. And you have to understand the man was more important to me than my own father at that point. I would have put a bullet in my dad's eye if that's what John wanted me to do. So we're rehearsing the scene, and I look over his shoulder about 50 yards away. I see his daughter, Angelica, coming to visit the set. And I had just started banging her a couple of weeks before. And I hadn't figured out a way to tell the old man, you know, and I didn't want to crush him. And she's coming to visit, and it's going to get ugly, and what am I going to say? And again, I would have killed her if that's what he wanted. So as I'm thinking about all this nonsense, and I come back into the rehearsal, it's right when John says his line to me, which is, "Mr. Giddis, are you sleeping with my daughter?" Now that's surreal. And he spins around and walks into his trailer, and I'm there literally with a diaper full of shit. Can you believe this fucking happened? What?
Wow.
This is nothing
That's
as
a
it seems.
chilling Nicholson. That's an amazing.
That's really incredible. And you know
that's
what's great?
the real thing.
That's the
Kevin
second
doesn't
best
do
I've
that
ever
thing.
seen.
That isn't the Dana Carvey version.
Hey, so I'm on the set, and he comes over, and I go, "Here's Johnny," and I hit him with an axe. Dude, that was That's the best Nicholson I've ever heard.
That was
That's
one of the best things
Nicholson
I've ever heard.
I've ever heard
But you
anybody
want to do the relaxed one, you know what I mean? If you're going to do it, get
the
into
best is when comics, like shitty
conversational.
guys, do it, and if they're bald,
Yeah,
and
they pull
still,
back their hair.
they still pull back their hair.
God damn, yes.
Jesus Christ, man!
That's pretty good.
That's Barry Katz Nicholson.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
That's
You
if
gotta
Jack
be-
Torrance was losing clients.
You gotta be.
See, now the weird thing for me is that's Jack's fucking story, and I don't think he's told many people, and I felt weird at first putting it in the book, and I went, "Fuck that! That happened to me."
Yeah, right, of course.
So I have to fucking.
When's the
put
last time
this
Jack
in the
called
book.
you?
Exactly.
Good point.
Imagine, though, if that's the story he tells everyone
Everybody.
that he gets alone for a second to make them go, "Holy shit."
That'd be awesome.
Because
That'd
that
be
is an
fucking
awesome
great.
fucking
That's
story.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
You should have said
like,
to him,
I got
though,
another one.
when he went back into the trailer, you should have said, "Come on, Jack, just give me one. Here's Johnny."
But he should have said it as who?
Here's Johnny. Hey, maybe you could take that axe and chop the AIDS out of your wife for us.
You're almost slipping into a Johnny Carson with that.
Yeah, I know. I'll take Mondays off. That's Rich Little doing Johnny Carson. None of them sound like anybody.
I just said that to somebody.
Jim Norton showed up. No good jokes had been sent.
You don't like the Rich Little?
Doll size.
You like the Rich Little?
It all sounds like Nixon to me.
He was always a great technician, but he wouldn't know funny if you hit him in the face with a comedy shovel. You know what I
But
mean?
he stunk at Inspector Clouseau, and he did a long Clouseau piece one time, and I was embarrassed for him. I'm like, will you shut up?
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
There's a couple stories about him in the book, actually, because when I was 17, I interrupted one of his shows at the big theater up in San Francisco where I grew up, and I went down to the stage dressed as Columbo and interrupted his show.
No
Really?
fucking way.
As a
He must have
17-year-old.
loved that.
And he brought me up on stage, which was not at all in my mind's plan.
Right.
I was just going to get acknowledgement from he was the best at that point. You know?
Yes, he
for
was.
indifference.
I really was, Eddie. I was opening for him to give me the hard hat.
You walked around as Peter Falk at 17?
At his show. I went to his show dressed as Peter
Right.
Falk.
Wow.
For
But
the sole purpose of getting a nod from him, like, hey, that's good, kid.
But I would imagine you've done that a few times as a kid.
Oh no, I've been doing the impression, but just not in public. You know, I was,
Right.
So
Like fucking Frank Gorshin, you're just in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Who is this annoying fuck?
Yeah.
What was the first impression you did?
Me or Kevin?
What was the first impression? How old?
I was.
How old were you?
I was probably 15 and making fun of the football coach in high school. You know,
It's always something you know.
Yeah, and actually I'm doing.
Did you do him well?
I'm doing it. My classmates are falling
They were
out laughing.
dying.
Of course, right?
Right.
And then while I'm doing it,
Kevin was always a real cut up.
I see in their
Jeff called him a card.
I see in their eyes that they're freaking out, like the monster's coming up from behind me, and sure enough, I get put into a headlock, and I hear the coach's voice whisper in my ear, who's clearly the one who's got me in the headlock. I heard about it, and I don't think it's funny.
Oh, man.
And as literally I'm passing out, I'm thinking, I can probably do Marlon Brando. He'll never get me in a headlock. So then it was whoever the people at the time were, Marlon Brando, Nixon, you know.
So what did Rich Little do when he brought you on stage? Did he give you
He said, what's the problem, Lieutenant? You know? Well, he came to the side of the stage first and talked to me a little bit and said, ladies and gentlemen, look at Lieutenant Club. And he puts a mic in my face.
Oh, that's nice.
Because he couldn't fill the hour. He
Exactly.
needed
Exactly. What would we do? What would you do? I mean, I often think about it ever since. If someone dressed up as one of the characters and came to one of my shows, I'd say, get this fucking guy out of here.
Yeah, tell him do the evolution.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he came over and said, what's the problem, Lieutenant? I said, well, here's the thing. Rich, the missus and me been planning to come to the show for 6 months. At the last second, she gets ill, can't come, and she told me that if I don't get you a autograph, she's not letting me back in the house. So he says, well, come on upstage, Lieutenant, and up on stage, and then we trade. And then that's where he chooses to use like a heckler comeback line. This guy better watch out, or I'll do Rin Tin Tin, and he'll be the tree.
He said that?
He said that.
Good
one. So, all right,
That's a good one.
Date yourself with
Jimmy,
the
that
Rin
was a
Tin
great
Tin
reference.
reference. Rin Tin Tin with the 40s. What the fuck?
Wow.
Why? That's a good one. It's a famous dog. He could have said Lassie, or he could have said Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Why would Mr. Ed piss
How
on a
about
tree?
this? I'll be Mr. Ed, and you can be that guy from Seattle. I'll be Mr. Ed. You be Kenneth Pinion.
So I thought when the show was over, he was going to take me to show business, you know, because he said, come back after the show and I'll give you an autograph.
Come back, kid.
Yeah, come backstage.
And then what happened? He raped my mouth.
And then he raped my mouth. And that was my introduction to show business. Ta-da!
So you went back.
Offensive to
So
mouths.
I go back. I go back.
Mouths do a lot of things for us. They help us chew and talk and communicate.
They don't help you talk, by the way.
No, not at all.
Did you ever see him again?
Well, yeah, so backstage I go and there's like already 30 people in line, right? And so the kid who dresses up like Columbo walks down to the stage in the middle of his act. Do you think that kid, A, walks up to the front of the line, says, I'm here to see Mr. Little, or B, gets in the back of the fucking line?
You go in the front of the line. You're fucking...
I went to the back of the
Peter
line.
Falk.
Yeah, of course
I
you
went
did.
to the back of
Oh,
the
you
line.
did go back.
Yeah, because now I'm myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So I get up there, and it's like an assembly line. He's meeting a person. Hi, what's your name, Steve? The guy's on his left. Hi, what's your name, Steve? And he signs autograph, passes him over to his right, and he keeps the line moving, signing autographs, right? So then when I'm in this assembly line, hey, what's your name? Mary. Hi, I'm Mary. Thanks for coming to the show. Hey, here he is. What's your name? And I said, Kevin. And he signs the thing. Nice, good job. And I'm shuffled off the Buffalo.
That's it.
That was it.
That's your moment.
I crushed me like a fucking walnut. I thought we were going to get on the plane and go to show business.
Of
That was
course.
it. Yeah.
You were on your way.
You're going to be a part of the act.
He brought me on stage.
Man.
He thought he was going to be in the act. Forrest, why does anybody laugh at that big-nosed drunk? He's not funny.
Did you
He gets
ever...
all excited about his impression.
You ever tell Rich Little that story?
No.
After he got famous?
I saw him at the Tonight Show, and I just asked him if he remembered, like 100 years ago, if he remembered the kid who was dressed up as Columbo, and he insisted that he did remember, of course. He didn't know it was me. He hadn't put it together at that point. That was after A Few Good Men, Suspects, and all
He
that.
probably did remember. How often did that happen to him in his fuck? I probably
Right.
once.
All right, listen, we should take a quick break here. Kevin Pollak is here. How I Slept My Way to the Middle is his book. A lot of stories in here.
Yes.
Secrets and
Amazon,
stories
order
from
that
stage,
book.
screen, and interwebs. And look, you got Hanks and Martin and Cruz praising your book right on the
Order
front
that
cover.
book, you earned it.
And Jay Mohr, where you governors next weekend, right? No, this weekend.
I'm going to make the Italians laugh.
Yeah, out there.
Jay
governors.
Mohr's.
Across the street from Balls.
Jay Moore's. Over in Levittown.
Jay Moore's is legendary. He got me pregnant. I'm building an ark with my cousin Pancake and Ruby G.
We're doing a little break, and we'll continue with Jay Moore and Peter Falk.
Wait, I gotta go
Peter
one.
Falk, hello. Jesus. Kevin Pollak.
Peter Falk,
also dead.
Is he fucking come up with something? Fucking take us out, you piece of shit.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony, Sirius XM.
Everyone picks up their headphones like we're ready to go back on the air because I'm reading. Talk amongst yourselves. After more than a decade, the bad boys from Boston are back. Aerosmith's first album in 11 years, Music from Another Dimension. It hits the stores November 6th on Columbia Records. Of course, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, Joey Kramer, and Steven Tyler. Music from Another Dimension features all the original members who are playing better than they ever have before. Catch Aerosmith, their current global warming tour. Oh, is it a global warming tour? Holy Jesus. Delivering killer sets across the country and across the globe. And pick up the new album, Music from Another Dimension, produced by Jack Douglas, Steven Tyler, and Joe Perry. The album even features a duet with Stephen and Carrie Underwood. Yes, Opie, you just heard right. I'm saying the album, this new Aerosmith album, right?
Carrie Underwood's on the new Aerosmith album?
Well, it's the new album,
Oh,
Music
God.
from Another Dimension. It features a duet with Steven Tyler and Carrie Underwood.
Good luck with that.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Gay.
Are you feeling fucking strong? Yeah. I'm breaking your balls and you're right away you're getting fucking fish.
Hey, you get fucking fish. Oh, right. Hey, they have scores of platinum albums under their belt, and their current album is, of course, more of the same amazingness that Aerosmith's given us for years. Aerosmith's first album in 11 years, Music from Another Dimension, hit stores November 6th on Columbia Records.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Where's the other microphone? Hey, Eddie, you're missing your song here.
I didn't hear them.
Did you guys watch the final table of the World Series of Poker main event?
I didn't see it.
No, why would we do that?
I know you were doing very well at one point.
Oh, you were in
weren't
it?
you?
I
Yes.
didn't finish the final because it's the final 9, but
Yeah.
out of 6,598, I made it to 134.
That's really
Which
good.
was deeper than any
Those are a lot of-
celeb
those are
jag
numbers.
We're
owners.
starting to get these
I've ever
delusions
gone.
like, I could go all the way here.
No, I knew I couldn't, actually, but I was shocked that I was still fucking there. But I went in for the final 9 for like a half hour to call some hands in the announcer's booth. With,
Oh, that's cool.
Can I
with
ask a
Jagos.
poker question?
Please.
What if you just sit there and fold for 3 straight days? Wouldn't that ensure that you'd make it?
You'd probably get a lot of laundry done.
Almost the third spit take of the morning.
Kevin really
No,
loves Chipper.
They take your blinds. As it goes around in orbit, you have to put in like an ante. They call it a blind. So they would just keep blinding you off until.
And even if you lasted for
You
a
had
while,
nothing
you wouldn't
left.
have a stack left to even get
But
in
what
one
about a
hand.
day? Just the first day.
The first day you could
Some
get
people
through.
do kind of.
If you did fold the first day, you would guarantee yourself making it to day 2. Yeah. Yeah. With such a short stack, though, you're right. that-
Yeah, you stack
shit.
up. You sure you got to play the game.
What about Valley?
Oh my God, poker chips are so grody.
Fucking. I hate Valley Jim.
And hates Valley
I
Jim.
hate Valley Jim.
And why does Bobby hate Chipper so much?
Because Bob, on an intellectual level, isn't equal to Chip.
You know what, dude? You got Chip, your coffee.
You know what I would love to do sometime is a talking walking with Chippa. That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a fucking wet dream
We
for
could
me.
do fucking battling walk-ins or something. My mother always said, Chipper, sometimes you sound... Go outside, Chipper, and do the voices.
Why outside?
Because a friend... She had a couple of friends of color who would help her lay down the rug in her bedroom. So she would say, "Go outside, Chipper, do the voices, and come back later." Canada.
Men friends of color or
Yeah.
really?
They all look like Paul Benjamin.
Sure.
Yeah, he was English from Escape from Alcatraz.
Pretty hip reference, Chip.
Yeah. My mother said I loved him at Across 110th Street.
Chip Miller. Chocolate Chip Miller.
Kevin, so Kevin has to leave because he's doing TV, but his book, plug his book properly.
What TV you doing?
Yes.
So
I'm doing the Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Oh wow!
In 20 minutes.
You'll have fun with that
man.
show.
But I wanted to just honestly say I am utterly devoted to the show on a daily basis. I cannot fucking live without it. Honest to God,
thanks,
you guys are crushing it every fucking day.
God damn.
And I'm loving it to death and have now for a while. And honestly, just so you know, I'm a nutty fan.
Well, I'm glad I was here finally,
Right.
for your appearance.
Dodging me, you son
last
of a
time
bitch.
I had a very important court ticket thing.
To get out of?
Actually, it was jury duty.
Yeah.
And I went in, and the guy said, "Don't worry about it." Brought me in the back and fucking signed something, and I was off.
Yeah.
It was great. I love being moderately known by a few people.
Exactly.
That's about it.
You know how I got through that, though? The security guy, I go in, and, you're not allowed to carry firearms in a court. So you got to go up to the court guy and go, I'm packing heat.
You have a license to carry?
And then the guy goes, "No, I carry illegal."
But the way you got to
I said,
say it,
no, of course I am. It's 3 years in prison if you're not.
the way you got to say it is you walk up to it and you go, "I got a gun."
You yell it when you're running the door. I got a gun. I'll execute every last motherfucking one of you.
Yeah, maybe you should take your gun, Wendy.
Oh, God damn, you're terrible.
Kevin and I.
Johnny's got a gun.
Jimmy running away with the last fucking 3 hours. Not even close.
The impressions just
Now,
fly out of him.
what was that? You said I was. Here's me. Is that right?
Oh.
Chip gets real nervous around
I don't
Johnny.
nervous around Carson.
He doesn't know Johnny died.
It got a little meta.
Fucking my mother used to watch him. She would always say, "Chipper, get out of the room. Sidney Poitier's on. Mother wants to watch him alone."
Chip, what was your mother's name?
Dolores.
Oh.
Why are you getting mad? Yeah, why are you angry with me?
She's a wonderful woman. She's a saint.
So these men, they come and they help your mother lay down the carpet?
Yeah, and fix the floorboards in her bedroom because they was always broken and warped.
So how do they fix them?
They would lay down there with her and they would make sure that they would just bang up and down on them until they were all nailed in or something.
So you wouldn't see it, but you'd hear it.
I'd be out in the bushes sometimes. My mother would say, "Chipper, the blinds are open. Get out of there."
You'd peek into your mom's window?
Oh,
Chip.
That's a guilty face.
Oh, Chipper.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be out picking berries.
Was your mother a fan of Gary Sinise?
Oh.
No, she liked Bubba. She would always she cries every time he died because she said, "I bet he has a big black Alabama cock, Chipper." Ain't no shrimp in that Bubba gump.
I'll expect this exact same thing over Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, play the how
you
I
really
slept my
leaving
way to
us?
the middle.
I really did.
The fuck?
He's got to go.
I wanted to.
The great Kevin Pollak. I actually am bummed we didn't have this because I would read it out of respect for Kevin before the
I'll be
interview.
back.
But yeah, I'll have it read by the time you come back.
hope.
I'll have it read.
And, of course, your Twitter. I follow you on Twitter, and I love it.
Yeah,
Very funny.
I follow you guys as well. We'll keep that up.
Yes.
And
We'll take the
thrilled to
relationship
fucking
going.
death that you renewed, you sons of bitches.
I know, right?
Thank
Thank
Make
God.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
See that, though?
$400 or
Jay
$500
knew.
a week.
He said, you sound like a guy that just signed a contract.
Yeah.
Anthony was on like a R and N bomb rant. Wow, somebody re-upped. I went down the hall.
The record shows that you went down the hall,
Yes.
Jay Mohr.
And Anthony
I
was
went
talking
right
about the
down-
same person.
Kind of was. All right, Kevin, get
Thanks,
the fuck
guys.
out of here.
Love
Kevin
you.
Pollak
Thank you.
on
Have a good
Twitter.
day.
Thanks,
man.
Walking. Say
you.
goodbye
Thank
as
you.
walking.
Goodbye.
That's all we get from him today. He's here 2 hours. He did 20
He
seconds of
did.
walking.
Yeah.
He was fucking fantastic.
You know what it is?
Don't talk with your mouth full.
It's
I'm eating jerky
Yeah, of course
on the
you are.
radio.
You are what you eat.
I'm
very good.
There's a story in the book, actually, one of the first early Tonight shows I did, Lena was the guest host, right? So he says, come up to the house and run the spot, and, we'll work on it. So I was comfortable enough, because he had several gatherings, a new one. So I go up to the house, and he said, all right, so let me see, what do you got? So I do the first thing, and it's top load. It's Peter Falk. It's a crusher, and I finish it, and he goes, oh, okay. So does that normally work when you do it in your act?
Oh,
so that's what I expect.
wow.
If I come here and I try to do my little monkey voices, I literally expect...
You can do a monkey? Do a monkey.
I literally expect, okay, so that normally works?
Wow, he did that to you.
Yeah, one after another.
That's also a great J. That's a great fucking J.
Wow.
It's a conversational J.
No, but the conversational stuff, honestly, I know you have to leave it. That's fucking awesome, man.
sure.
Great. I said awesome.
Because
man.
everyone
Kevin,
does the over-the-top
Kevin,
shit.
go.
Love you guys. Thank
Kevin,
you.
thanks,
Good
man.
seeing you, man.
How I Slept My Way to the Middle, Kevin Pollak's new book.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll see you soon,
Thanks,
buddy.
guys.
Be
Watch
good,
a
buddy.
very different interview with Kevin if you want to tune in.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Kathy Lee and
Yeah.
Hoda.
Yeah. Hey, if you need Gary Sinise, call me and I'll do it over the phone and we'll go back and forth. We'll start a riff. Hey, Forrest, who are these two drunken cunts? And by that I mean my fat Asian wife and your AZ one, not Hoda.
AZ?
Yeah, Hoda.
Who are these bitches you're looking at?
Who is that
Jay
bitch?
Mohr?
This is just on the. It's people's bikini bodies.
But are they?
Here's Rihanna. I don't know why anybody thinks she's hot. She looks like Earl Campbell.
You don't like Rihanna?
What's the like?
Oh shit! That's what's her name.
That's I hate those fucking surf shirts that people wear all the time now. It's like,
Yeah.
look, if you're a fucking fatso with tits, you got to get out there and own it and lose them eventually.
You know what, dude?
But like every kid in the world, they're like everyone just like, you know what? I don't have to get in shape. I'll just wear a fucking board shirt.
Oh yeah.
Fucking.
That's what we call selling out.
You got to show him Stone Cold E2.
Oh right, yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin has nothing to do with this whatsoever.
You got to see this, though.
I like the after show downtown Sam Roberts.
You get prime time.
Prime time.
Downtown.
I've loved Eddie Vedder being part of the show today.
I know what made Opie laugh the hardest of the entire 2-hour
because
run. I know one syllable word that made you go fucking, and no one else heard it.
Shit.
Do you remember what it was? He was talking, I go, bugs.
You know what, dude? I wear my board shirt. I go to Brazil. I get pulled over. I was speaking fucking Spanish, and the fucking cops, dude. I eat Patrice laughing. I got my coffee, and the cops are like, "Hey, you know what, dude? I thought the dog is in the car." Like,
Dude, I'm fucking fly fishing in my blow-up raft with a chair in it.
You know what, dude? You got your friends, you got your health, dude. So what if you don't have lights? Where are you? Chicago, dude.
Yeah.
I got stuck in Chicago. In what? An airplane hangar, dude. I couldn't get out. You're a fucking jerk. You know that, dude? Oh, yeah.
You're a fucking jerk.
Oh, yeah. They reminded me of an impression I forgot to do.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
I wish I had glasses for this.
Jimmy's at Buffalo December 28th.
End of the year.
He's doing New Year's Eve up there. Oh, yeah. All right.
This is serious De Niro when he makes like a speech?
Yeah.
Not De Niro. You know, the people of New York, remember me as a bull who would rage. But now I'm raging at poverty.
I hate that shit. I fucking hate
Stupid heavy breathing. Shut up. Shut up, Bob.
I think, Anthony, what do you hate when celebrities do their thing?
Yes. Can't stand when they do like that, when they incorporate something from their career
Their
into
movie.
a pitch.
What's
a
worse
hawk.
to me is, okay, my rule is if you have to say your name, you're not a celebrity spokesman.
Oh, right.
Like
that's
if you have to
true.
say, hi,
Yes.
I'm Sarah McLachlan. I'm not Susan Sarandon at all. And hundreds of thousands of dogs and cats are killed. So are fucking people, you assholes. How many homeless people did you drive past to save that fucking cat? You know what? Next time you see a veteran laying in his own piss wearing a Gary Payton Lakers jersey, show him your new cat and tell him he doesn't itch anymore. And that veteran will tell you you're doing God's work.
Right.
Worth?
There
was one?
We got it.
Here, to play Stone Cold E.T.
Stone Cold E.T. and I just went home with a couple White Castles to go.
sorry, can you repeat that again?
I said Stone Cold E.T. would like a couple cheeseburgers and maybe a drink, and I'd like to get out here as soon as possible, and that's the bottom line.
Hey, do you want to pull up? I can understand.
Look how he's got to look down
Okay, you
at the
want
shift
Stone
knob.
Cold E.T.
Watch him
to
drive the
pull up
car.
What side?
Full screen.
Just pull up to the first window.
Watch how he
Okay.
drives. Watch how he drives.
He's got to look. He's got to look.
This is Stone Cold E.T.
Oh,
and I just
boy.
want to order a said stuffed cheeseburgers and maybe a drink, and I'd like to get out here as soon as possible, and that's the bottom line.
Hey, do you want to pull up? I can understand.
He can't see the gear shift.
Okay, you
So
want
he's got-
Stone Cold E.T.
He
to
can't
pull up
see.
what side?
His head looks like DeRosa's dick.
Okay.
He's driving.
This should have way more views.
Stone Cold E.T.
Why E.T.?
He's got the wrong window. Everything. There's nothing not amazing. Every fucking moment. Holy shit.
He's doing the E.T. finger.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please go to Stone Cold E.T. if you're listening to this right now. Please, if you can hear my voice. Fuck gas and water. Go to the Stone Cold E.T. If you go to a shelter, just play this shit and show it to everybody that needs heat. Oh my god.
He's just staring into the window, waiting for you.
He's just waiting. All right, here she goes.
This is Stone Cold E.T. and I want to order a couple cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Because you know Stone Cold E.T. like to come to White Castle, order a couple cheeseburgers to fill me up before I whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah if you're down with Stone Cold E.T. Oh, hell yeah! The Stone Cold E.T. likes whooping ass. When Stone Cold E.T. rides a bicycle, I ride it long, I ride it hard, just like the Texas rattlesnake when he's done whooping Vince McMahon's ass. Give me a, oh, hell yeah! What'd you say, E.T.? What? What'd you say, E.T.? What? I said I want to order 2 cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Because no Stone Cold love a little White Castle burger with a little onion, with a little meat. Because there's nothing like Stone Cold Steve Austin eating those little White Castle burgers. You know Stone Cold like a little White Castle action. Well, I'm busy fighting off the aliens when I'm busy being a crap out Will Smith in Independence Day or being him up in that robot. Stone Cold E.T. is gonna whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Stone Cold E.T. is gonna whoop some ass. And that's the bottom line.
Look down again.
Hell yeah.
He just drives away.
I'm telling you, isn't that great?
There's no. I can't. Oh my god.
Fucking hilarious.
In every video, there's like a 6-second chunk where you're like, yeah.
Right.
That start to finish
It's
might be the
fucking
funniest
hilarious.
thing I've ever seen on YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah. It's all muffled because of his mask, which is great. And the mask moves when he talks because of the air.
When you look down, like you said.
He has to look straight down.
You look like
you can't see through his
like
holes.
Akbar.
Fucking great, man.
This is dissident.
Bugs. That's what makes me laugh all day.
Bugs.
Fucking Jay Moore killing it today.
Love it. Love it.
Are you around for a while? You're going to be doing
I'm here
some
for
radio
the
with
month.
us, right?
I'm here for the
A
month.
month.
Nice.
Where you staying?
My secret location. I could tell you where I'm staying, but then of course I'd have to kill you.
I like when front men think like fucking old hack shit is funny, but we're drunk in the audience, like, yeah, tripping on mushroom caps and a joint and 6 beers, like, yeah.
Hey, Long Island.
Fucking asshole.
It's so good to be here. It's my age. It's good to be anywhere.
Yeah!
Fucking Eddie's the best.
Fucking gang.
Fucking Eddie, man. Fucking best. I don't even know what this shit is. How do I get out of here, Sam Roberts?
What is that?
That's
It's that guy gets hit with a soccer ball.
West Side Dave Roberts.
Well, the guy that walks into the polls is pretty funny.
East Side.
It's the news anchor fail
t-
compilation.
They got the lady with the breasts.
Watch this guy hit the fucking pole. He's trying.
This guy.
He's trying to
nailed
interview
it.
this guy.
Yeah.
Watch this. This is so
You
stupid.
should get the volume.
Good radio. Lots of visuals.
He fucking
walks right into a
They
pole.
do a slow-mo on it.
You could tell in slow motion by the sound.
His glasses knock off.
What a fucking dick.
Up here in my tree. Newspapers matter not to me. No.
Election day tomorrow, by the way.
Who you vote for, Ant? Who you got?
I'm still undecided.
Still undecided, are you?
Are you, what do they call it? A low intelligent, what do they call it? Low information vote? No, not you, specifically.
Low intelligent. Yeah,
what do they call them? Oh, here comes Uncle Paul.
No, it's Edgar.
This is Edgar.
Oh, Edgar?
Have you been touched by Edgar yet?
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, you don't mind Edgar
I thought it was
touching
Uncle
you?
Paul.
I hate Edgar.
No,
I'm
they're
too
very
old for
different.
Uncle Paul.
I don't like his touch.
And there's Eugene, too.
Yeah, but mostly it's Edgar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see Eugene a lot.
No,
Whoops.
Eugene's very strange.
I'm voting for Mitt Romney. Isn't that amazing? I bet I surprised a lot of people with that one. My secret ballad. Yeah.
Was that Eugene or Edgar?
That's Edgar.
That's Edgar.
Edgar makes this. Stop. Edgar makes the same face as Jack Klugman.
Oh.
He was Quincy.
Quincy.
Talking about a murder. The worst.
I got to tell you something, and I will just say this to offset any of Michael Moore's crap, because I know there are a lot of listeners around the country. And this is just from me, not necessarily a reflection of the Opie and Anthony radio show.
Reflection.
Get out and vote, especially you Republicans. Get out. If you're registered to vote and you don't vote tomorrow, you're being an asshole. Talking about the whole country.
Anthony's a left-wing Hollywood douchebag.
No, I'm
That's
talking.
what I get on my Twitter feed. No matter what I write about Christie or liking Nixon,
Left
you
wing.
fucking liberal. No, me. They always say.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, have you read my feed?
I say, just get the fuck out there and vote Mitt Romney. Get Obama out of here. Please. I've had it with him. In January 1st, you'll all have it with him when those taxes go up, boy. Let me tell you.
Tell us how you really feel.
I want to tell us how you really
Chip.
feel, Anthony. I think Chip
So
was right.
if you are registered to vote as a Republican,
I'm glad
and
Chip
you
could
sit
be in
home
the
and don't
band for the
vote,
sitting
I'm
in.
going to be very angry with you. Get up, take the fucking 5 minutes it'll take to go and cast your fucking vote. Please.
How come you're not called Pearl Jelly?
I love Chip so much. He's like a brother to me. But
Chip did a lot for the country.
Chip,
Eddie Vedder loves Chip.
Of course he does. How come you're not called Diamond Jam?
goddamn, one of the funniest men you'll ever meet in your life. And you're going to want to check out Chipper TV on YouTube. I think that's what all the kids are using.
Hey, how come you didn't call your group Pearl Bailey?
Holy shit. Chip's putting them away. There's a lot of Pearl Jam jokes, Chip.
I never run out of them. My mother would always say, Chipper Lamar's going to help me fix the floor. Go do your Pearl Jam jokes in the living room.
Give us another one.
Chip's mother, Dolores, is a great woman. She's here tonight. She's with Stone's mother and Dolores, this is for you. This is elderly woman behind the counter in a small town.
Yeah, why is she behind the counter? Why didn't she work in the aisle or something? I was like, what the fuck?
Goddamn, Chip is a real American. If you're going to get out and vote, just you could do it. You do, because we all have free will, but you might want to write in Chip.
How come you didn't call your band Pearl Necklace or something like this? A whole bunch of cum on you.
Oh, no, that's not
Chipper, get a towel. Lamar gave me a pearl necklace.
Oh, yeah. You got to clean up your mom after the workers leave?
Yeah, she would lay there and say, rub it into my skin, Chipper. I want to look younger.
Chip had to rub the cum into his
Chipper,
mouth.
no, it was lotion. She'd say, Chipper, rub it over my neck pimples. Rub it over my skin tags.
Chip, you know, we used to be called Mookie Blaylock.
My mother loved him. She would sometimes, I got a little bat from Shea Stadium, and I'm like, Ma, where is that? She goes, I'm hiding it somewhere special watching Mookie, Chipper.
Mookie Blaylock. I remember Dolores used to watch the Hawks down at the Omni Center when she was in Atlanta. She traveled to see Kevin Willis.
I'd watch Daryl Strawberry.
Dolores did not like Daryl Strawberry. I remember diehard Red Sox fan. We never could bring her over to the dark side.
My mother liked Patrick Ewing. She'd always say, look at the hands on that guy, Chipper. You know what that means? I'd go, big gloves, Ma?
Oh, that's a funny one.
I wasn't kidding.
Oh. See, because your mom probably meant something else.
No, she didn't.
I saw Patrick Ewing. I saw 9 turnovers a game, but that's just me. That's just me.
My mother would
This
always
is
say
daughter.
that. When they would say there's a turnover, she'd go, he could turn me over any day, Chipper.
We love Dolores so much. Well, we got a brand new song that we want to debut for you guys. The Opie and Anthony show for Chipper's mother, Dolores.
How come your name's not Eddie Gourmet?
You lost me, Chip. I'm sorry. I swear to God, sometimes when you're up all night with this guy, he's got so many.
Yeah, fucking Pearl Jam.
Why gourmet, Chip? You want to explain to other people at Long Island why?
Because if you took one D out, it would be Edie, cocksucker.
Whoa.
Relax.
That escalated.
Why the anger?
That escalated quickly.
Relax.
Chip, I think you killed the man with the trident. Now I'm doing Eddie Vedder doing Will Ferrell and Anchorman.
That's good.
You might want to get what they call a safe house and lay low.
Hey, how come you're not going to listen to this song or something? I'm fucking Chippy Vedder.
Dolores is here. Earth, Wind, and Fire is our opening act. Dolores insisted she comes on board and join us.
Chip. She's going to do Earth, Wind, and Fire.
My mother loved them.
Earth couldn't be here, so it's Earth. It's
Fucking Jay. What happened?
It's Earth, Wind, and Fire. We couldn't. Steve Gorman of the Black Crowes told me, him on the podcast, told me that they went to a blues club with Robert Plant. And in the Blues Club, it was Checkerboard Lounge in Chicago. It was the Black Crowes and Robert Plant. And they go, ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest in the house tonight. Please welcome, all the way from England, Led Zeppelin. Stand up, Led.
Holy shit.
The man that brought blues to America. Come on, Led. Stand up, Led. Stand up, Led.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
And
He just stood up and waved, and they're like, this is the fucking craziest moment. Chip's mom loved the blues clubs. We'd take her all the time to go see Buddy Guy. She liked Buddy Guy, and of course, John Lee Hooker before he passed, rest his soul.
She would always say, he could muddy my waters anytime, Chipper.
Yeah. She didn't know. That's true. That's what she said all the time.
Yeah, she said BB. She goes, I bet that stands for big and black. And I was like, what do you mean, Ma? She said, mind your manners, Chipper.
I never understood that because you were just asking her a regular question. And she'd always sometimes, well, I don't want it's family business. Speaking of family, this is why I go home.
I never liked sweet potatoes, but Mom's friends did.
Oh, boy. Oh. The type of food that they...
Collard greens.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the floor.
Yes, there was. It was broken.
Yeah, it's always broken.
Well, it's got to go find gas.
I got some.
Yeah.
I'll fart in your car. See you tomorrow.
No. You got to get your plug in there, Chipper.
Gonna be performing.
How could anyone not like this, Bobby?
Fucking.
You know what, Dad?
I'll be in Buffalo. What am I fucking riding to Buffalo on a plane or something?
Oh, God, it doesn't make sense, Chip.
Yeah, I'll be in Buffalo like I'm a piece of Buffalo shit. December 28, 29, 30, and 31 in Buffalo.
What's the name of the room, Chip? Let them know.
It's the Helium Comedy Club. Everybody talks like that or something.
All right.
They're doing helium.
That's a good room. Use the space.
Everybody's
knows a little bit
zooted.
about comedy.
And I'll be in Addison, Texas,
man.
November 15th, 16th, and 17th. That's when JFK got shot. Who's got the brain of JFK with the middle now?
Jay Mohr's going to be at the Governor's on Long Island this weekend.
Yeah, come on out, and if it takes all night, well, that's all right. We'll do it. We'll cross some balls. I want to thank Earth, Zephyr, and Heat for joining us, because the original band members couldn't be here. We have Earth, Wind, and Heat.
Oh, Obama's still campaigning.
Yeah. You never can be too sure, Anthony. Please get out to vote. Don't forget to cast your ballots and write in chip chippers, and if you're undecided, just make it a real democracy. But tonight is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship, a benevolent one, and I'm your leader, Ed. This is even flow, and we'll leave you with this.
We should play some fucking Pearl Jam out here. Ed, what do you want to play?
Play Up Here in My Tree.
Up here in my tree.
I don't give a... No, you know what? If I could really request one, why am I shouting?
Play whatever fucking song you
I
want,
would
Jay
love
Mohr.
to hear Habit.
Habit.
That's the fucking real deal.
All right.
You know what, Chipper?
All right, we're going to play that.
Habit.
Get out of here.
Did your mother have any habits?
That's all right. We only have the live version, but that's fine. So that means you got to fucking intro the song, because we're playing the live version. Jay Mohr will be back on the show in and out in the next few weeks, so we're looking forward to that.
Look, sometimes something's so good you can't put it down, you know? Like this red wine, or Chipper's mother's affinity for a man named Lamar.
She had a habit already. Like, what is she, a nun or something?
Or Chipper's affinity for great jokes. One of the great American storytellers of all time. I can't quit you, Chipper. I wish I could. This is Habit.